One hit. I'm entitled with the title of a god, a heathen on a horse that ain't even as I. Go ahead and bark, I'ma chop you like a tree. To wrestle with an angel, gotta have some technique. I was born to run things on track like you sang. Top G's in my vein, the truth it does spring. I'm on the kill streak, 4 demons is buried. I'm a bearer on the side, he likes to carry. Nothing new under the sun, we God's on the earth. With 150 songs, I call them my purse. You say color don't matter, then give me the verse. We the real doctors, you sleeping in church. You can call 1,000, I'm rolling with 50s. My captains is with me, my deacons they sit me. My bishops they lead me, my people they need me. The Bible it feed me, the enemy grieves me. My soul not for sale in captivity. Your fate gon' be death for our liberty. Your ungodly conversation stay offending me. You can look me in my eyes, you can see I die to live. Watch the world end from the whirlwind. You, your mama, daddy, and your girlfriend. Came up out the game to build a strong name. You can look me in my eyes, I will never be the same.
Waging war, I'm swinging with my sword. Got spiritual cuts that the flesh can't avoid. Got faith, these laws ain't void. We hated by many cause we ain't the people's choice. Voice of God ringing out like a landline. This my earth, we gon' blow cause it's landmine. We really the teachers, we really the preachers. Israel is our land, no need for a visa. Chosen by God, live life like a saint. I'm a warrior in my golden estate. This not a race, but keep up with the pace. Take a fallen wind, push the heathen out the way. Living life back to life like Lazarus. 12 by 12, do the math, we ain't average. Harvest time, my father gon' gather us. Battle us, mad at us, you snakes can't rattle us.
My soul not for sale in captivity. Your fate gon' be death for our liberty. Your ungodly conversation stay offending me. You can look me in my eyes, you can see I die to live. Watch the world end from the whirlwind. You, your mama, daddy, and your girlfriend. Came up out the game to build a strong name. You can look me in my eyes, I will never be the same. No, I will never be the same. I will never be the same. It is. My folks, my kin. My folks, my kin. We won't never be the same.
Skip the kia. We be kingdom chasing. They tryna hold that freedom, no lie. We be kingdom chasing. They tryna hold that freedom. Kingdom chasing. They tryna hold that freedom, no lie. We be kingdom chasing. They tryna hold that freedom. Curses I've seen upon me and you. Signs in the wonder. Curses I've seen upon them and too. Signs that I wonder. Pull up, you showing the scripture. You honor your father, you honor your mother. God of Israel, he's the God of no other. With the Lord on our side, no, the shoulders don't shut down. Nada. Kingdom chasing me, kingdom chasing. They tryna hold that freedom, no lie. We be kingdom chasing me, kingdom chasing. They tryna hold that freedom, me. Kingdom chasing me, kingdom chasing. They tryna hold that freedom, no lie. We be kingdom chasing, we be kingdom chasing. They tryna hold that freedom, me. We be kingdom chasing, no. Border we fringes on me, oh. Where is the water for me, oh? Where is the key to the kingdom? Wisdom is my heart, but I see you. Study every single part, but I read you. Holy, every day, elevate, commemoration.
Old body say commemoration. Wisdom come with the elevation. Yeah, I've been through trials and the tribulation. See the kingdom first, yeah, I'm being patient. Escape plantation, no, this ain't vacation. Spiritual demons in need for taming. Build a nation straight from congregations. What a great sensation, pray we never change it.
We be kingdom chasing, we be kingdom chasing. They tryna hold that freedom, no lie. We be kingdom chasing, we be kingdom chasing. They tryna hold that freedom, me. Kingdom chasing, we be kingdom chasing. They tryna hold that freedom, no lie. We be kingdom chasing, we be kingdom chasing. They tryna hold that freedom, me. Curses I've seen upon me and you. Signs in the wonder. You showing the scripture, you honor your father, you honor your mother. God of Israel, he's the God of no other. Don't shudder, nada. Now we be at the kingdom chasing. I can let them hold my freedom, no way. Everybody know the freedom come from scriptures. Truth is the way, the only way. Facing the east, the only way. Keeping the laws, the only way. Following the truth, the only way.
I guess I'm your enemy because I tell the truth right. Like, hey, he'll never you in the game, man. Yeah, I only say what I know. Yeah, I know what I know. I keep my roots to the streets. How you gon' hurt when you sleep? I know they ain't what I'm doing. And they don't like how I'm speaking. Nah, they don't like what we saying. We only say what we see, this are bigger than me. I say what I know. Yeah, I know what I know. I keep my roots to the streets. How you gon' hurt when you sleep? I know they ain't what I'm doing. And they don't like how I'm speaking. Nah, they don't like what we saying. We only say what we see, this are bigger than me. Just be cold, I'ma sneeze on them. Prophesy to the wind, let me breathe on them. Foot on the gas, I can't ease on them. Boy, like a parrot, get clean on them. I guess I'm your enemy because I tell the truth right. Like, hey, he'll never you in the game, man. Yeah, I only say what I know. Yeah, I know what I know. I keep my roots to the streets. How you gon' hurt when you sleep? I know they ain't what I'm doing. And they don't like how I'm speaking. Nah, they don't like what we saying. We only say what we see, this are bigger than me. I say what I know. Yeah, I know what I know. I keep my roots to the streets. How you gon' hurt when you sleep? I know they ain't what I'm doing. And they don't like how I'm speaking. Nah, they don't like what we saying. We only say what we see, this are bigger than me. Just be cold, I'ma sneeze on them. Prophesy to the wind, let me breathe on them. Foot on the gas, I can't ease on them. Boy, like a parrot, get clean on them. I guess I'm your enemy because I tell the truth right. Like, hey, he'll never you in the game, man. Yeah, I only say what I know. Yeah, I know what I know. I keep my roots to the streets. How you gon' hurt when you sleep? I know they ain't what I'm doing. And they don't like how I'm speaking. Nah, they don't like what we saying. We only say what we see, this are bigger than me. I say what I know. Yeah, I know what I know. I keep my roots to the streets. How you gon' hurt when you sleep? I know they ain't what I'm doing. And they don't like how I'm speaking. Nah, they don't like what we saying. We only say what we see, this are bigger than me. Just be cold, I'ma sneeze on them. Prophesy to the wind, let me breathe on them. Foot on the gas, I can't ease on them. Boy, like a parrot, get clean on them. I guess I'm your enemy because I tell the truth right. Like, hey, he'll never you in the game, man. Yeah, I only say what I know. Yeah, I know what I know. I keep my roots to the streets. How you gon' hurt when you sleep? I know they ain't what I'm doing. And they don't like how I'm speaking. Nah, they don't like what we saying. We only say what we see, this are bigger than me. I say what I know. Yeah, I know what I know. I keep my roots to the streets. How you gon' hurt when you sleep? I know they ain't what I'm doing. And they don't like how I'm speaking. Nah, they don't like what we saying. We only say what we see, this are bigger than me. Just be cold, I'ma sneeze on them.
Mic check. Shalom, 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 Israel. Most High in Christ bless. Most High in Christ bless. Y'all know what it is. 12:30 on a Monday. All praises to the Most High. Kicking off your week, second day. For all those who don't know. Second day. All praise to the Lord. Hey, I'm Captain of Red. We got Officer Abishai, Officer Benaiah,
Officer Lycan,
Officer Ariel. Oh, we got some new folks over there, bro. We got some new folks over there. All praise to the Most High. All praises. Who we got? Officer who?
Officer Ariel,
Officer Ariel, Officer Zim. All praises to the Most High, man. All praises. All right, y'all. Yeah, the brother back, man. Okay, all praises, bro.
all praises.
It's been a long time. All praise to the Lord, man.
That's right.
So y'all see what it is. First of all praise to the Most High. It was a great Sabbath. Yes. Great Sabbath.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on, man, but it's low in my headphones. It was good at first, but it was low. All right, but all praise to the Most High. Like I said, it was a great Sabbath. We had a chance to go up and blitz DC. Surprise! Drop another one, bro. Yeah, man. Surprise blitz on DC, man.
Surprise.
So all praises to the Most High, man. Brothers dropped everything, in a drop. And when the call went out from the general, from the war captains, you understand, and made it happen. So big shouts out to all you brothers that traveled through the four corners, you understand, of Babylon the Great. All right, and made it happen, man, to stand out there with Kendrick Johnson and the family, bring awareness to what's going on. They doing our people dirty out here, bro.
Yeah.
They doing them dirty all over the U.S. And it was a couple other families that we brought highlights. You remember who they was, officer? It's skipping my mind right now. It was another Johnson.
Another Johnson family down in Atlanta, I believe, down in Georgia.
Yeah,
if I'm not
yeah.
mistaken.
But, all praises to the Most High. All praises. Hey, if you can, Google Kendrick Johnson right quick. Just Google him. I know it's a curveball, but it is what it is. We definitely standing up for the community, for what's right. This is what's expected of us. So the Lord, when we see these atrocities happening to our people by the hands of our enemies, and not only our enemies, but by the hands of the Negroes, because sometimes, man, the Negroes can be your enemies as well.
Yes, sir.
But in this instance right here, this happened by the hands of our enemies, all right? And it's a direct cover-up. It's a clear cover-up. If you look at the evidence, the forensics, what the lawyer was bringing out, how they trying to suppress all this evidence, dismiss it. There's no way this young brother would do this to himself, wrap himself up
in a mat,
in a gym mat, beat himself. If you can, pull up that image over there to the right. Can you just enlarge it? If you can't, just let me know.
Hey, Cap, it went from him just being rolled up in a mat to the pictures that his family is showing of his back.
Of his back, yeah. And those are the images that you don't see. You know what I'm saying? You don't see, all the bruises that happened to the brother's body. And then who was associated with it, families of those who allegedly work for the FBI.
Yep.
So this is obviously something that they trying to sweep under the rug.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, we got the family called out for us to stand with them, and the bishop, all praise to the Most High, the bishops have decreed that, we're not gonna let them just
Sweep it under the rug.
sweep this under. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep bringing it to their face, man, at every instance that we can. So, all praises to the Father, and we understand that justice. Get that in Revelations right quick. Revelations, you know what I want, 13 going to captivity. This is the ultimate judgment. This is our ultimate judgment, because, once you come into this understanding, this knowledge, you start to realize that the Lord is in control of all that's going on.
Yes, sir.
He's in control of all that's going on, and he is, when you understand, he manipulates the minds of our enemies, our oppressors, and sways it in either way, whether it be for good or whether it be for evil.
Yes, sir.
And that's kind of going into the class, the law of attraction. We got to understand, man, the things that we meditate on is going to be manifested. And the Lord is very serious about this stuff, man. We following after our forefathers, and we are reaping the benefits of following after wicked-ass men. And we reaping those benefits, and we're going to get into it today. You got that for me?
Yes, sir.
Let's get that.
Revelations chapter 13 and verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity.
Damn, the Lord said, if any man got an ear, let him hear. Now, one would think.
Right.
We all got ears.
Yeah. Two of them.
You all got ears, unless something happened to you, in your life. But everybody, the common folk, you got ears.
Right.
So why would Christ have to make that statement?
Right.
If any man have an ear, let him hear, because it's a difference between hearing and listening. It's a difference. A lot of people hearken, but people don't understand. They don't listen to what's going on around them. Go ahead, read it again.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Let him hear. Go ahead.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Go ahead.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Go ahead.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
So that's our judgment. That's the judgment that ultimately the Israelites is waiting on. Right. Once you come into the understanding of who you are, we understand that our judgment is not going to come through the court system. It's not going to come through legislative. It's not. That's not how it's going to come.
Right.
It's going to come by the hands of the Lord. All right. That's a universal law right there. If you kill with the sword, you must be killed with the sword. If you take a people into captivity, you have to go into captivity.
Right.
That's a universal, and that has to be the patience of the saints. Right. And that's how you know that we the saints.
Yes.
Because we the only ones patiently waiting for that thing.
Right.
Yes.
Esau, the so-called damn Ashkenazis, they not waiting on that on this.
Nope.
Show me where they waiting on somebody else to go into captivity. They in their kingdom living good.
Yes.
Living good right now at the top. The common Edomite, they living good.
Right.
They about to go out and vote their way out of this damn the second depression that we in right now. They done found their way in with old Joe, Sleepy Joe. They about to go vote their way out of this thing. They got Donald Trump locked and loaded. You understand? So we the only ones that's waiting for true judgment that come rain on this earth. All right, and this is what the Lord is saying multiple times over and over. Give me that. What I have? Yeah, give me that 2 Kings right quick.
Second Kings,
okay,
chapter 17 and verse 13.
So so it must be a vacancy. Our brother going the extra mile, you know what I mean? Go ahead, get that.
Yet the Lord testified against Israel and against Judah by all the prophets and by all the seers.
All the seers. Who are the seers? The seers are the prophets. Give me that. Give me that precept right quick. I believe it's in
Samuel 9 and 9.
You got it? Okay.
Samuel 9
Cooking.
and 9.
You cooking. 1 Samuel 9 and 9. And then we're going to come right back.
1 Samuel chapter 9 and verse 9. Before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of God.
He said, before time in Israel, when you went to inquire of God, you just didn't send up prayers. You just didn't walk up to the Lord, to the tabernacle, how you wilt. That's not the Bible. Yeah. Christianity has fooled us for far too long.
Yes, sir.
You understand? When you wanted to inquire of God, you had to do what, Reed?
Thus he spake, come and let us go to the seer.
You had to go and holler at the seers.
Yes, sir.
You had to go talk to a man, somebody who was directly in relationship with the Lord. Get that in Ezekiel. I think it's Ezekiel 20 and 1. Christianity has bamboozled us. We really don't understand the Lord that we dealing with. This is why a lot of these brothers is running around with Yahweh tatted all over them.
Oh, my God.
Hey, you got that picture? Find me that picture. It's I think it's in the general, where it has Yahweh with the Chiefs emblem in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Brothers
Cap,
is blaspheming the name of the Lord. What you got? Go ahead.
and I was about to say, yesterday at camp, a brother came up with Hebrew tattoos all over
You
his
see this thing?
face.
Yes.
You see this?
Yes.
Somebody come look at this. I'm talking about your story.
Okay, I'm looking at the screen.
Lord have mercy.
But but he had Hebrew tattoos all over his face, Cap, and he wasn't keeping no commandments. And of course, you ain't supposed to be getting tattoos anyway.
Right.
So,
Period. You understand? You got it? Oh, now this is somebody. I'm telling you, man. Brothers is you defiling the name. You defiling the name.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
You got it all over, your shirts, all over our Demetrius. You understand? Now the brothers putting on a T-shirt with a damn Chiefs emblem in the middle of it. You defiling the name.
These are the same brothers that say, "Oh, you gotta say the name."
Yeah, you got to say the name.
These the brothers that say that.
So now the Lord, I know I told you to get that, but hold that, get that in Romans chapter 2, and it says we blaspheme the name among the Gentiles. This is just for any new people that might come in, because it's a lot of different doctrines that's out here being spread now, by proud men, as it was prophesied in the end. You're going to see these men, they're going to spread, bro, and they're going to be, these are men as lovers of themselves. They don't love the flock, and they just spread nothing but confusion. You got it?
Yes.
Read that.
Romans chapter 2 and verse 24. For the name of God is blasphemed among the Gentiles.
You see that? The name of the Lord is blasphemed among the Gentiles. Go ahead.
Through you.
Through us. Go ahead.
As it is written. For circumcision verily profits.
So that's what I wanted. It said the name of the Lord is blasphemy among the Gentiles through you. What the hell does the Hebrew, got to do with the Kansas City Chiefs?
Right.
Bring it out.
You understand that y'all are, that's not even our real language.
Right.
What's
Yiddish. Yep.
Yiddish. What the hell does Yahweh got to do with the Chiefs? What the hell does, you got, like you said, you got tattoos all over your face of Yahweh all over your face, and tattoos is against the scriptures. Where we not supposed to be getting tattoos, period.
Right.
So when the Gentiles, they see, they hear the name, Yehoshua, Yahweh, you think they trembling?
Nope.
Hell no, they not trembling. This is why he said he gonna give us a new name when he come back.
Right.
Because the name that we have right now, the little titles that we got right now, we blaspheming them. You understand? You gonna say something?
So yeah, and that's why they created the term Black Hebrew Israelites, because we going around doing stuff like this.
Right.
We defame the Bible. We make it to where now it's something that the world's supposed to love, and not what Bible says. The Bible said we're gonna be hated for doing this, but you want to trim your ways and show everybody, you know what, you can be down with the Bible and the world. That ain't how it works.
You can't mix the two. All right, you got what I want?
Yes. The book of Ezekiel.
Yeah.
Chapter 20 and verse 1.
Is that what I want?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
And it came to pass in the 7th year, in the 5th month, the 10th day of the month, that certain of the elders of Israel came to inquire of the Lord and sat before me.
You see this? You just couldn't just walk up to the Lord and we wouldn't. That personal relationship stuff, bro. We got to cast that thing down. Brothers say, I don't want to get with different camps, and I don't want to gather yourself together. Well, how you think you're going to inquire of the Lord?
Right.
Because the Lord just ain't dealing with just individuals. No, the elders of Israel had to go sit in front of Ezekiel to inquire to see what the hell is going on. You read about this time and time again. Before Tom, the prophets, the seers, you had to go talk to them to inquire of the Lord. All right, so now let's go back to Kings right quick. Just giving you examples. Go ahead.
2 Kings, chapter 17 and verse 13.
Go ahead.
Yet the Lord testified against Judah, against Israel and against Judah by all the prophets and by all the seers, saying, turn ye from your evil ways and keep my commandments and my statutes according to all the law which I commanded your fathers and which I sent to you by my servants, the prophets.
Right, so he's testifying by who? The mouth of the prophets, the mouth of the seers. That's who he's using in these last days to, hey, listen, you're going to have to hearken. You're going to have to listen to him. If you deeming them a hate group, if you deeming us radical, if you got these thoughts in your mind, you're going to be lost in the sauce out here. You're going to be lost in the same judgment that's coming to those who led us into captivity, the so-called white man, the so-called Jewish man, the damn Africans, the Moabites, the Chinese man, the Japanese man, damn.
All the ites.
All the ites. You got an ite attached to your name. Your ass is going into captivity.
Bring it out.
It is what it is. You understand? And he's testifying by it. So, hey, give me the first one. We're going to jump into it. I want to just bring awareness to this situation. Just for our sisters, we have to be mindful how we moving around. Let's read that right quick. Go ahead and read it.
Go ahead. Zim.
Yeah, he looking at it, bro.
He's in the
trance.
trance.
He waiting on somebody.
Lord have mercy.
Uber driver admits to raping and killing single black mom after picking her up.
You see this? Read that again. My bad, bro. I was doing something else. Read that again.
Uber driver admits to raping and killing single black mom after picking her up.
We got to be mindful of our surroundings. You got to be mindful of your surroundings. You know what I mean? You got a single black mom. She's, in her mind, she thinks that it's safe to take Uber. You're really relying on your enemies to do background checks, and they not doing that.
No.
They not doing, and even if they do it, they have no control over they thoughts, the mentality. For him to take advantage of this young sister, I think you said it was raping her. He raped her, and then killed her, and it was not too far from her house, her home. They ain't got no control over that. This is where we got to step in. And Bishop Yawasop, he made a good point out there in D.C. speaking, where he said, if you remember it too, officer, I don't know if you were standing there, but he was talking, he made an analogy about the Hornets. Yes, sir. About the Hornets, about how, if we stumble across one damn Hornet, before our black boot, our shoe, steps on that damn Hornet, we are consciously aware of what's around us. If it's just one, that means it's 1,000 of them around, waiting. And if I step on this damn Hornet, it's a possibility that I could be attacked ferociously. You understand? You just sent the damn signal. But these other nations, they don't have that because we don't stick together. Now, it should be an outrage from this right here. Right. You understand that this sister, how, and I think in the article, it was actually, go down a little bit. That's the young sister. Just read that right quick.
Nationwide, Shanti Dixon, a 30-year-old African-American mother of two,
bro,
was tragically found dead after disappearing from an Indianapolis nightclub where she worked.
Now think about it. I mean, this blood is all on Christianity. I'm gonna just keep it real. Because if we were taught correctly, there wouldn't be no damn nightclubs. Right. You understand? We would be preparing ourselves for the new moon. That a lot of our people are oblivious to. They don't know what the hell the new moon is, what's coming up. All these high holy days is coming up back to back to back. Within the next week. They have no idea. But now they have resorted to do as thou will, come as you are, and you have allowed this sin to spread through our community. Right. And this is the fruit of it. You got this sister working in a damn in a nightclub, calling an Uber. Go ahead, read.
She had taken an Uber ride in the early hours of Sunday morning and was later discovered in a wooded area near her home with evidence of a violent crime.
You see this? So our sisters, like I said, man, this is a result of Christianity. I'm telling you, this is the result of Christianity, and all of it is by design. By design of the Edomites. They designed all this.
And now you got a single mom. The kid already had one parent.
Yeah.
Now the kid has no parent. So what do you think is going to happen to that kid as he gets older?
The Lord's will, the father, you out there, you step up, but he wasn't there. That's alleged because it don't say that, so I can't make that statement. Some of these black women, I'm telling you, bro, they'll run the nigga off. I'm sorry, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. Not saying that this is the case, but I'm just saying. You can't, that's the elephant in the room. But I wanted to bring this up just for, make awareness. Our sisters, you got to be mindful. You have to be mindful of your surroundings. Do not be, give me that at Isaiah 32:7. You cannot be eased in Babylon. You understand? Yep. Because there's a lot of prey out here that's preying on the simple-mindedness of our sisters. I'm telling you. You got that?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 7.
Go ahead.
The instruments also of the cherub are evil.
No,
you won't rise.
Verse 9. Come
rise,
on.
Okay.
Yep.
Verse 9. Rise up, ye women, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech.
You see that? Give ear. When he says give ear to my speech, he's talking about listen to the prophets.
Right.
Listen to the seers who's talking, who's telling you, listen, don't be like-minded. because we don't want this to happen to none of our sisters. This is a tragedy. You know, damn. You know what I mean? You coming home from work, getting in the Uber, you trusting in oppression. You trusting in the oppression. And this man took advantage of this young sister.
Right.
You know, raped her, and then killed her. Adding sin to sin. You was gonna say something, officer?
I was gonna say, you could tell this dude's a predator because it says she's left the nightclub and he's an Uber driver.
Yeah.
So he already knows what he's
What time
doing.
it is.
Single black woman coming
Yeah.
out. That's
And
that's
how
who
come
I'm-
he doesn't have any fear to know, hey, if I touch this woman, something can drastically happen to me?
Right.
That's because amongst the nations, bro, listen, our God is blaspheming.
Right.
The black man is down. The black image has been tarnished. Gonna say something?
No, that's why the scripture tells you, gather, O nation not desired.
Yeah.
We have to gather together under the banner of God's laws. Like you said, oh, she was at a nightclub. If under God's law, she would have never been at that nightclub.
Right.
She would have never been in that situation. So we got to gather together, but not just gather together under the guise of Islam or whatever. Just we
Economics,
have to economics, politics. Politics is the reason why we in the situation we in.
Yes, sir. You
get what I'm saying? We trust in an oppressor to this day. We have to gather together in God's laws, and that'll fix all the problems right there. Yep.
Hey, go ahead.
So even when you think about this too, it's a nightclub at night. So first of all, her working there, she got men that's constantly trying to get her attention, trying to holler at her all night because they drunk and alcohol's involved, and a lot of times drugs be involved as well. So then she leaves from there to get in the Uber to where this man is taking advantage of it.
Right.
So our sister got to realize there's no safety in this world without God's laws. Once you start putting things in place, once we start honoring the structure of what the Bible sets up, the order of the household, none of this stuff will happen because you ain't got to worry about that. You got to think about it. But when you examine sisters at grocery stores, what do their mindset be on?
Nothing.
It be everywhere. They be in their phone all the time. They don't have no awareness to their surroundings. This is what's going on in this world, bro. When you remove the man, you remove all sense of awareness.
It says where no hedge is, the possession is spoiled.
Right.
Hey, Cap, can I get a script real quick?
Go ahead.
Isaiah 3:1 real quick. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 1 for what's going on in the world today, because this isn't the only sister that this has happened to. I remember that dude from the Seattle Seahawks put his hands on
The
that
Edomite.
sister.
Yeah,
the Edomite.
dude, yeah.
And it's not just, I remember the one sister also came up missing when she went at a sleepover at all those Edomites' house, and nothing came from that.
Came from it, yep.
We look at all these situations. So look at Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 1. What Isaiah is detailing right here from the start, it talks about the mighty men. Watch, read.
Also, I can read it for him.
Isaiah chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, the Lord of hosts, doth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff.
So this is talking about those mighty men. Keep reading.
The whole stay of bread and the whole stay of water.
So as soon as you remove the mighty men, the commandment keepers out of the way, when you jump down to verse 15, I think, this is the result of that. Read.
Verse 15.
No, where it says the women are oppressors. 12.
Verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors.
Now, children are oppressors. Why? Because you have single black women, 30 years old, raising a child. She's at the nightclub, but where was the child at? It don't say, but we could just assume. Read.
And women rule over them.
And women rule over them. Why does that happen? Because why? The mighty men have been taken out of the way. And that's what you see in politics today with the left, the liberals. They're trying to move the man out the way. Kamala Harris, they're trying to move the men out the way. Why? As we're getting moved out the way, all you're going to see is this happen more and more again.
Yep. Hey, we just bringing it out. Sisters, be mindful. Be mindful. All right. All right. What you got next? Let's get into it. All right. Again, this happened too. Let's read that.
Oh, yeah.
Would-be Trump assassin obsessed with Ukraine media.
All right. So as y'all know, they tried to make another attempt on Donald Trump's life.
Yeah.
Donnie. Yesterday. And it was unsuccessful. They arrested the brother, but I wanted to bring light to this because as you see in the title, it said, would-be Trump assassin. He's obsessed with Ukraine. He's obsessed with Ukraine. A lot of us don't realize that right now, as we speak, there's a full-fledged war going on the other side of the world.
Yes.
Full-fledged war. And the only reason why Russia has not engulfed Ukraine into under their banner is because of the U.S. It's because of the U.S. Give me the next article. we got to pay attention to the signs of the times. It is what it is. Let's read that.
Russia issues World War III warning to U.S.
Because the Lord told us, hey, you're going to start hearing rumors of wars. And when you see these things happen, this is the beginning of sorrows. So he gave us a timestamp to let us know where we at. All right, so it's high time if we stop playing around, especially with all these different religions in Christianity that's not teaching you anything, that's not benefiting you anything whatsoever, and you start to understand what the hell this Bible is really explaining. Let's go ahead, go into this.
Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov issued a World War III warning to the U.S., saying that the West was asking for trouble by even considering Ukrainian requests to use supplied weapons to conduct strikes deep within Russian territory.
Go ahead.
Discussions about using Western...
And a lot of, like a bishop made the point, a lot of us are oblivious to what the hell's going on outside of
America?
Outside of their damn phones, social media. You know, you really don't understand. World War III is about to pop off.
It already started.
It's the beginning of it. It's about to pop off. They over there sending them missiles. All right, sending them missiles to keep Russia at bay. Literally, the only reason why Russia ain't taking over is because of the U.S.
Right.
And he's the foreign minister is over there saying, listen, y'all playing with fire. Go ahead.
Discussions about using Western supplied missiles to strike Russia are tantamount to playing with fire, Lavrov told reporters in Moscow on Tuesday.
Read the next paragraph. Just that one. Yeah, expand it. Yeah, go ahead.
The U.S., despite requests from Ukraine, has remained steadfast on its position that its long-range weapons may only be used on Ukrainian soil.
Now, you got to think about this. They send them over long-range missiles. Ukraine like, listen, what the hell? How come we can't use these weapons to strike over into Russia?
Right.
That's like giving us vehicles. On the speedometer, it goes 160 miles an hour, but you have signs everywhere that says 70 miles an hour.
Right.
That's how tempting it is. That's how tempting it is. It makes absolutely no sense.
Right.
You waiting on, it's like you waiting on, you be on the road, we just drove 30.
Yeah.
And you waiting on that one car, those who really drive on the highways.
The rabbit.
That know how to, some people just don't know how to drive on the highways whatsoever. Some brothers just be in the fast lane, people going around.
Blowing the horn.
You know when you mad when somebody in the fast lane, they look at you, shoot over, like, the hell are you doing? That's letting you know, listen, bro, you've been too long in the damn fast lane.
Going slow.
You supposed to wait. When you driving, you wait. I ain't going to give all the damn stuff.
Right.
Let me
feel you, Cap. Hey.
But you're supposed to wait for the guinea pig.
Kansas.
Now, if you know what the guiney pig is,
Rabbit.
the rabbit, you wait for the damn rabbit. You're right, the rabbit. You wait for the rabbit, and you just tell the rabbit.
Exactly.
You understand? But some people don't understand this. And this is Ukraine's mindset over there. Y'all giving us long-range missiles, and you're not allowing us to use them.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead, read it.
The U.S., despite requests from Ukraine, has remained steadfast on its position that its long-range weapons may only be used on Ukrainian soil or to defend the country from Russia cross-border attacks. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky
That's good.
has repeatedly asked Western allies to approve the use of their weapons to strike targets inside Russia, insisting that doing so could turn the tide of the war.
So, and in that aspect, the foreign minister is saying, listen, you playing with fire. You playing with fire. So simultaneously, while they fighting, they trying to withhold Russia off, and they're basically sitting up here playing Russian roulette with Russia. They also at it with China. They also going back and forth with Ishmael, with the Syrians. So it's war is inevitable that's coming on the shores within Babylon. I think it says in this article, it says, listen, we gonna strike, and it ain't gonna be on the offshores. It ain't gonna be in these different islands in Europe. Go down, let me see if it says it somewhere. You just gonna make a statement?
So yeah, and the reason why people in the U.S. don't know that is because the U.S. is putting sanctions on all Russian news outlets. They don't want that information getting out to the whole world.
Now I think I read it, but don't worry about it. We'll get into it. But he had threatening. He said, "Listen, it ain't gonna just be in Europe. This is coming to your backyard, because that's what a lot of people think. All right, we can just attack over here. No, these countries have came to the level where they have capabilities of striking us. You know, striking. I'm not gonna say us. You know, they'll bite that. Oh, he's talking about us. Striking the U.S. Babylon. You understand? And it's gonna be a damn catastrophe. Like we brought out. Remember we brought out about the pipelines that go from Alaska all the way down to Texas. So you really don't have to hit the heart of America.
Right.
What you do is hit Alaska, and you can. That's like a damn firecracker.
Hey,
that will burn forever.
Alaska's only so many miles.
2 miles.
Is it 2 miles?
Yes.
From Russia?
2 miles.
Oh,
yes.
my
I'm not playing no games, bro.
Oh, my
All
goodness.
right, so we got to be mindful of the times. All right, give me that in Jeremiah right quick. Jeremiah 20:19. We're gonna jump into it. Jeremiah 20:19.
Jeremiah, chapter 20 and verse, not 19, but
What you mean not 19?
it's no 19, sir.
Let me look at it. I might have wrote it down. Jeremiah, chapter. It might be 19. In the latter days, you're going to consider it. Oh, here we go. My bad. 23 and 19. 23 and 19.
Jeremiah, chapter 23 and verse 19. Yes, behold, a whirlwind of the Lord is gone forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked.
Now, the reason why I pulled this scripture is because, like I said, he's telling them World War III is coming. During World War III, when they start dropping these bombs, it's already prophesied that he's coming back in the midst of that. The Lord is going to make his return with a great whirlwind when these bombs drop, when these missiles, you can read this in Malachi 4:1, Psalms 91, all through the scriptures. It tells you when World War III pops off, that's when it's going to be the deliverance of the Israelites. All right, read that again.
Behold, a whirlwind of the Lord is gone forth in fury.
Go ahead.
Even a grievous whirlwind. It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked.
It's going to fall grievously on the head of the wicked. Who's the head of the wicked? Esau. Esau. That's where we made the march this weekend. That's the head of the wicked. He's the leader of all these wicked nations. Go ahead. Come on.
The anger of the Lord shall not return until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart.
Now, this is something that we got to meditate on right here, and this is going to go into the class. The scripture says the anger of the Lord will not, what did it say, will not be what? Shall not return. Shall not return till he have executed all his thoughts. This is something that we did not consider when Moses was talking to us when we came out of Egypt. When we pissed the Lord off, I'm telling you, the Lord said, listen, I'm going to give you, I'm going to show you something. Give me, read that, and then I want you to jump to Ezekiel.
All right.
Read 20 again.
The anger of the Lord shall not return until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart.
Until he performed the thoughts of his mind. Go ahead.
In the latter days.
In the latter days, which is the days that we in right now. Go ahead.
Ye shall consider it perfectly.
You going to consider it perfectly. That's the Lord testifying to the 12 tribes of Israel by the mouth of Jeremiah. He said, in the latter days, you gonna consider this thing perfectly. My anger is not going to return to every thought is performed on us. The Lord is pissed off. Give me that in Isaiah chapter 1 right quick. Isaiah chapter 1, and let's look at verse 5. Actually, verse 4.
Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 4.
Come on.
Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity.
Talking about the Israelites. Go ahead.
A seed of evildoers.
That's what this is how the Lord is looking at us. Even back then, even during the Babylonian captivity, he said we was a sinful nation. We was a seed of evildoers, meaning all of us. Go ahead.
Children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger.
And to what?
anger.
He said, well, listen, we provoke the Holy One unto anger. Now remember, don't forget the thought. The thought was he's going to come back in a whirlwind, and his anger is not going to return until everything that he thought is going to be fulfilled. Perfectly. Not only on the other nations, but upon his nation, the 12 tribes of Israel. Go ahead.
They are gone away backward. Why should ye be stricken anymore?
You know, when a parent says this to a child, that's when you should tremble.
Right.
That's when you should tremble. When my coach used to tell me this all the time, bro, growing up and playing sports. and we used to tell this to the kids. Don't get mad when I correct you, chastise you, when I'm yelling at you. Don't get frustrated. You understand? You should be scared when you walk into practice and I don't say nothing to you. That's when your ears should pluck up. That's when you should be like, what the hell is going on? But while I'm talking to you, this is love.
Right.
The Lord is letting us know right here. He said, listen, why should I stricken you anymore? Yo, this should have made all of us tremble. Like, what you mean? Why shouldn't you stricken us anymore?
So, Kat, what you saying is when there's no more talking, there's action.
There's action.
It's gonna be action.
There's action. You know when your kid piss you off, and you get to yell and you say, you know what?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
That right there. That sends shockwaves like you just dropped that bomb. That sends shockwaves through the house.
You see it on their face.
I'm talking about, remember when your mom, you used to get in trouble in school, bro? And your parent, your parent get that call, and then you on the phone, they talking. You gonna mean to tell me you made me stop my middle of my day to hear this? Don't even worry about it. I see you when you get home. And they hang up. Bro, that bus ride home, that bus ride home seemed like it's the shortest ride ever.
We home already?
We home like, damn, we had to stop already?
Forgot to drop him? No.
You get to ducking down in your seat. I missed the stop. Sweating, everything, bro.
You get sleepy because you overwhelmed.
You get sleepy because you get sleepy because you overwhelmed, bro. And you try to go home, and that's the first thing you do is sleep.
It's sleep.
And your parent come home and wake your ass up.
You getting woke up.
Like, ouch. That's us in the Lord. Read it again, bro. There's no joke. Go ahead.
Why should ye be stricken anymore?
He said, why should we be stricken? Go ahead.
Ye will revolt more and more.
Go ahead.
The whole head is sick.
All the 12 tribes are sick. Go ahead.
And the whole heart faint.
Go ahead.
From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores. They have not been closed.
You see? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Neither bound up.
This is the Lord speaking with us, and this should have made us tremble. But the Lord said, in the latter days, you're gonna consider it perfectly. You're gonna consider this thing perfectly. Watch this. Hold on. That's it on that. Give me the first one. Give me the first clip. Go consider this thing perfectly.
Some scary stuff right there.
Some scary stuff, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Give me that in damn, I wanted you to pull up not this one. Matter of fact, yeah, that's cool. Give me that in Revelations right quick. Let me know, is this on the screen? These have become our leaders.
Right.
Since we didn't want to humble ourselves down under the Lord, and we wanted to revolt against the Lord over and over, these people that sitting in this room have become the leaders, our leaders, who we look for legislation. All right, for executive. I think, what's the three branches? You got executive, legislation, and judicial.
Yep.
These are the ones that we look for that make laws to manipulate and to direct our lives.
Yep.
Now, you look at this room right here. Do you think anybody is in this room is for the benefit of blacks?
No, sir.
No. You don't see no blacks.
I see three.
I see one Negro sitting all the way up here in the corner. This like playing a game of, what's the game?
Where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo?
You understand? Sitting out, you see, put the cursor up on him. Lone guy. You walk in a room full of, now why would they put him all the way up there in the corner? In the damn balcony.
He should feel uncomfortable.
You should feel, I would feel uncomfortable. You got that?
Is it Revelations?
Revelations 2.
Oh, 2.
Satan's seat.
Okay.
You all good. Let's look at 13.
Revelations chapter 2 and verse 13. I know thy works, and where thou dwellest, even where Satan's seat is.
This is the Lord talking to the Israelites, the church, and he's letting them know, listen, I know the works, what you're going through, and where you dwell at. You dwell in Satan's seat. This is where we find ourselves in America today. When we came over here on cargo slave ships, Esau set his establishment, his throne here in Babylon the Great. This is Satan's seat. What we're looking at is the representation of Satan's seat. Go ahead. And it's not a ghost. These are actual men that are ruling the world from one place. They make the whole damn world move at their fingertips.
Right. Yes.
Go ahead.
And thou holdest fast my name. And has not denied my faith, even in those days wherein Antipas was my faithful martyr, who was slain among you, where Satan dwelleth.
And and Christ talked about that. Guess what? These are our forefathers. While they was dwelling in Satan's seat, they had to hold the name faithfully. That's the same way we have to do. But also, it was martyrs during that time period. So what's coming with us bringing out this word? Some of us will be killed for the things that we're bringing out here in Satan's seat. But we cannot have a sense of fear. This is just what was prophesied to happen. Right. If you sitting in Satan's seat, give me that in Genesis 49 where it says our hands are going to be in the neck. You sitting in Satan's seat, you gotta understand the weight. Deacon Abiel had a good class this weekend. It said, heavy is the head that wears the crown. You understand? Us being over here in Babylon the Great, prophesying against Babylon the Great, that's a heavy weight. When what was given to us, much is expected from us. Yes. You understand? You got what I want?
Genesis.
You all good.
Chapter 49 and verse 8. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise.
Judah, it represents the so-called African Americans. He said, we are the ones that the brothers, the rest of the tribes, you heard that? Issachar? Heard that? Manasseh?
Talk to him.
Ephraim? Right. All right, you damn Tahinos? You heard that? Levi? Sefway? The damn Jamaican? Benjamin? Read that again?
Judah.
Oh, now you're Benjamin today. Go ahead.
Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise.
Go ahead.
Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies.
We gonna be in the seat we gonna be where Satan dwells. You understand? And our hand has to be in the neck, meaning we gotta be bringing out prophecy upon prophecy, history. We bringing out all the atrocities what this man has done. That's how our hand, it's not a physical hand in the neck of our enemies. No, we're revealing what they have spent billions of dollars to cover.
To this day.
To this damn day.
To this day.
Our hand is in the neck of the damn enemy. We will not go away. We're going to choke out every damn lie that they have spread. You understand? Go ahead. Is that it on that?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Read it again.
Judah,
go ahead.
Thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies.
Go ahead.
Thy father's children shall bow down before thee.
Okay, so that's the crown that Judah, the so-called African Americans, that's the crown that we have to wear. Right. We got to bear that thing. And it's prophesied while we in this seat, we got to hold fast the faith for the Lord, the name of the Lord, meaning the commandments. Yes. Meaning the commandments, because we're going to get another name. Give me the next one right quick. But he said in the latter days, you're going to consider this thing perfectly. Read that.
William Loren Katz, Black Indians, a hidden heritage.
Go ahead. I want you just to read in blue, the highlighted part.
All right. If you know I have a history, you will respect me. A Black Indian student told a conference of New York teachers.
So the student said, listen, if you know I got a history, you're going to respect me. The House of Representatives that we just seen right there, they understood this. They understood this perfectly. What we got to do first is erase their history.
Yes.
Erase their history, erase their culture, erase everything. Because if we keep their history intact, that's where the respect of the nations is going to come at. This is why the nations don't respect us. You understand? Because why our history has been erased. That's why they name it the Dark Ages.
Yes.
You understand? Because they don't want us to bring forth the things, the great people that our people come from.
Right.
Give me the next page.
Hey, Cap.
Yes, sir.
I'm back. I got cut off, you know what I'm saying? But that's why Psalms 83 says, let them cut us off from being a nation. And they know if they, let's deprive them from their history and their culture.
Yeah.
And when they see the Sonia Macy's die, where they see the Rasheem Carter's die, they're going to be disconnected from their own people. Because if we was connected with our people, like you said, we'll be standing up when we see the injustice. But since we have no culture, no history, we disconnected. It don't affect us when we see our people dying on the news.
We desensitized about it.
Look at what it says in Hebrews, where it says, if you had known where you come from, the country you have come from, you would have required to go back.
Right. Yeah. Yes.
You know?
Yes. That's a perfect example. Read that. Read the rest of this.
2 decades ago,
Go ahead.
her words still ring true. Those who assume that a people have no history worth mentioning are likely to believe they have no humanity worth defending.
You see this? This is the mindset of the rest of these nations, by the hands of the Edomites, Esau. When they took our history, now humanity, even when they see this from the outside looking in, you don't think the rest of these nations understand the laws that was put in place to destroy us? You don't think these other nations understand what Esau has done to blacks all over this world, blacks and Hispanics all over this world in the transatlantic slave trade? They know perfectly what happened to us on the level that it happened to us. But because we don't have a history, it's like, what? Why fight for them?
Right.
Why go out and put our necks out when they not even doing it?
Right.
Because you don't even know your history.
Right.
Go ahead.
An historical legacy strengthens a country and its people.
Read that again.
An historical legacy strengthens a country and its people.
This is why I said our hands gonna be in the neck of our enemies, because now we giving back that historical legacy that we come from. Now, just like it says, get that in Malachi 4, and I think it's 5, right?
And just to add on to that real quick, and this is why when we were scattered to the 4 corners, the scriptures say there's no nation that didn't have a part in all oppression.
Yes.
So what did they teach us? They teach their laws. They teach their philosophy, their doctrines.
Yes.
That's what they teach us. We saw it in the Olympics. We saw it just a couple months ago. Everybody was gung-ho proud to represent being an Italian.
Yes.
Or being a, what's another country? Asia, China, whatever. They were proud of that heritage, not knowing who they truly are.
Exactly.
That's what they purposely do to take us away from who we are. And this is the repercussion of that, what we just read.
While that image of Sonia Macy was put out all over the world, what will make you want to go and represent that country? You know that's what you coming back for.
Right.
Exactly.
It should have been a damn the Olympics should have been over.
Right.
Because we represent the Olympics, like you making a statement. We represent all the Olympic participants.
All the different countries.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm talking about? Participants.
Yep.
We represent that. So when you see this come across your thread, damn, they just killed this woman for saying, what did she say?
I rebuke you.
I rebuke you in the name in cold blood. It should have been an automatic, you know what? Uproar.
Yes.
We're not going out here and freaking running, playing basketball, doing this, that, and the third. Protest. You understand? But Jake, you're not going to get that because why? They stripped us from our legacy.
And that goes back into us gathering, because we had certain individuals that did try to protest at the Olympics.
Yeah.
You got the brothers that put their hand up with the black fist. Yes. And what did they do when they got back home? They couldn't get jobs. They got ostracized them.
Yes.
And what did our people do to help that people?
Nothing.
Help their brothers? Nothing. And Esau knows that. Ammon knows that. Every other nation knows that we not going to stand up for each other. All we got to do is give them another holiday, another cookout, and these Negroes is good.
Give them a Kendrick Lamar concert.
That's it.
And the names that we saying, these are the names of the nations. Hey, if you can, Ira, look at that Timbuktu book I put in there, in the live thread, just real quick.
And where was the Christians in Christianity standing
Bring
up
it out.
for Sonia Macy, who had a Bible in her hand saying she rebuked the devil?
Go back to the cover page. Read that right quick. Excuse the book, it's been used and abused.
All praises.
Go ahead.
From Babylon to Timbuktu.
Go ahead, because we saying names like Ammon, we saying names like Japhet, and people might not understand, why we saying these names. These are biblical names that was given by the Lord. All right. Now go into it.
Okay.
Go down to the bottom, right there. Read that. The ancient people.
The ancient people did not classify races according to skin color, like the modern nations of Europe and America.
Go ahead.
The ancients, including the Greeks and Romans, identified people according to their national or tribal name.
You see that? That's how we term. All right, this people. It was by their national and tribal names.
Yes.
What nation did you come from? What tribe did you come? Oh, those are the Israelites. Those are the Edomites. You understand? Those are the Moabites.
Yes.
That's how we determine who was who. Go ahead. Come on.
They use such names as Visigoths, Vandals, Saxons,
These
Ethiopians,
are different names later during time. Go ahead.
Carthagins, Jews, Arabs, Persians, Babylonians, Egyptians.
Go to the top of the next page. Top. Go ahead.
The Moors.
The Moors, just meaning black. Go ahead.
They did not use term Negro, which is the modern term to refer to black races, or the word Caucasian to refer to white races.
Go ahead.
Dividing the world along a color line was an idea that originated with the white supremacists in Europe.
In Europe. So when you say black, white, yellow, which you never say yellow, you never say red,
Bring it out,
purple,
Jack.
you never say any of
Never
these
say
things.
that.
It's two that you say.
But when we say black, white, that's a form of white supremacy.
Yes.
That's a form of white supremacy, which goes back to the other book when you deny the historical history, that legacy.
Yes.
Now you don't have anything worth fighting for.
Right.
And they understood that. So this is a form of cutting off your legitimacy to the rest of the nations. All right. So now go back. Where was you at? What did you have up before this?
So even what's heavy about that too is they dumb down their own people. They don't even want their own people to know they're true here.
They don't give a damn about nothing.
Nothing.
I'm talking, and when we mean nothing, it's just the top 1%, and they don't care about. They have a motto: "Is no honor among thieves." We got that from them.
Yes.
All right, and this is a part of the problem. We've seen this before. This is how they push out their propaganda on the whole world. All right, these Jews, these fake Nazis, they're not the real Jews. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you are the real Jews.
That's right.
But these 6 corporations own 96% of everything that comes through your home through television. And the television that we go out and break our necks to buy. I'm guilty of it as well. We go out, we spend our hard money to put this damn device in our living room.
Yes.
That's literally recording us and monitoring everything and programming us. Yeah. That's why if it's 2024 and you still paying for cable, something's wrong with you.
Bring it out.
Something wrong with you.
Something's
mentally.
wrong.
Mentally.
Mentally, something's wrong with you.
Something's wrong.
Because these people are literally programming you to think, to move, act the way according to how they want you to.
Yes.
All right. Give me the next one. And then as simultaneously in these legit offices, these high-ranking offices within the U.S. Treasury, the Secretary of State, all these are Jewish people. And when I hate to say Jewish, Ashkenazis. They are deliberately putting them into place to run the nations. Now, hold on. Remember, they just put what was the president? Is it Mexico?
Yes. A Jewish woman was put into presidency.
Can you look that up?
Yeah.
Look that up one more time. I think it was Mexico. The president. They just voted her in. Jewish woman. Yeah.
Claudia Sheinbaum.
That's her name? Yes. Yeah, right there. Read that right quick.
Mexico's first female president is also its first Jewish president.
How the hell you a damn Ashkenazi. You find your way to Mexico and become the president.
Right.
That's by design. That's by design. You understand? All right. The same way y'all about to vote this damn Elamite into the White House by the name of Kamala Harris, who tell you she ain't black every other damn video she does.
Yes.
Just because she got colored, that don't mean we the same people.
Bring it out.
Our people, I'm telling you, man, our people are bugged to hell. We gullible. You right. That's gullible as hell.
Yes.
If you tell a Chinese person, you walk up to a Chinese man, you call him Japanese,
No, he mad.
he gonna be pissed the hell off at you.
Bring it out.
He might slap you. Even a
Karate chop.
Pakistani versus Afghanistan versus Iran, Saudi Arabia.
Allah Akbar. Boom.
Boom, damn. That's why I name him Habib.
They get mad when you call him
pissed
Habib.
when we call him Habib. You just
Got mad as
you not
hell.
Habib. Brothers is nervous at camp. You call me Habib one more time, bro.
He grabbed that jacket, Cap.
grabbed that jacket.
He grabbed that Cap.
I said, I apologize, Habib.
Oh, my God.
It is
Got
what it
everybody
is.
out here, Cap.
It is what it is.
Sit there, you better run.
We gotta know. We gotta
He's
know.
gonna say, you know what? You know what?
Yeah, you know what? I think he did say, you know what, walked off. I'll be back.
Matthew 26.
Wrap it up.
But her name is
So-
Shine Bomb.
Yeah. So these are go back to the picture before. Go back to the picture before we jump into it. Not that one. Of the Jewish leaders that are put in place. Yeah. So these, like I said, these are the leaders that are put in place, that are of the descent of the Ashkenazis. All right. And these are the same ones who funded our enslavement over here to America. Right? So anything that they put in place, it's not for our benefit. All right. So this is what we did. We, like I said, go to the next, play the next promo. We just had a march on Washington. And this is what they're afraid of. And like I said, this ain't just, when we read, they're going to consider in the latter end, it's talking everybody. Everybody's going to consider in the latter end exactly what the hell is going on in the anger of the Lord. All right?
Malachi 4 first?
Oh, yeah. Give me that. 4 and 1. 4 and 4.
4 and 5.
Yeah. Give me that.
The book of Malachi, chapter 4 and verse 5.
Come on.
Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet.
Go ahead.
Before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord.
Go ahead.
And he shall turn the hearts of the fathers to the children.
Yeah.
And the heart of the children to the fathers. Lest I come and smite the earth with a curse.
And that's when our hands in the neck of the enemy, that's exactly what we're doing. We're returning the children back to our forefathers, back to this Bible, the true understanding of this Bible. All right, go ahead and play that.
We have to lead the people in the direction that the only way for these problems to be solved is for us to call on the Savior. Okay, it tells us in Luke chapter 1 verse 68 that the Lord God is going to raise up a horn of salvation, okay, to deliver our nation.
His word. His word. Your father was here on your left. You're right. Your mama was here on your left. You're right. Oh, let's come together. That's the thing in my head. Trying to come together.
That's crazy, man. Look at his back, man. That's crazy.
Brothers and sisters, we must repent as the Israelites, get our lives together in conjunction with what this Bible says. There will be more murders that white people do to our sons and daughters. More murders that the FBI, CIA, law enforcement cover up. These murders, unjust murders, we will receive no justice until we return to the one true God. So brothers and sisters, as the Israelites, we must repent of our sins and ask for justice and judgment on the United States of America. Worldwide! Unity! 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 Never give up! Never give in! Never give up! Never give in! Never give up!
These nations, they hate that we winning. We blessing your block, do you get it? They see black men that ain't sinning. Keep the law the only way you get in. It ain't my words, no it's written. Follow Christ, we the real Christians. See that purple gold, no we dripping. It's 100, we ain't mixing linens.
So all praise to the Most High That's what went down this weekend. And like I said, we gonna be our hands gonna be in the neck of our enemies. All right, and we returning one soul at a time. All the children back to the Father.
Right.
And in the latter days, everybody's going to consider this thing. And this is why they terrified. This is why they scared. You know, because they spent billions of dollars to destroy us. And now all of a sudden the Spirit of the Lord is on us and we starting to stand up.
Right.
And spend our resources on things that actually matter. All right? Let me know. You see something?
Hey, Cap.
Okay, yes, sir.
I was about to say, that blitz was kind of different because when we was marching, it was silent.
It was quiet.
It's completely quiet. Completely
it was
quiet.
complete. I'm telling you, bro. And we was in the spirit. I mean, bro, we was in sync, bro. That was one of the best marches, bro. And a lot of this, man. Listen, we ain't performing or practicing like them in the army.
Bring it out.
So you got brothers that's making their lives sacrificing their lives, their time, everything. You know, to be in one mind and one spirit.
Right now.
All right, for the common good.
Okay, can we get that script, Cap?
Go ahead.
Acts 15. Let's read that real quick. Just what he just quoted. Acts 15, verse 26. Actually, started 25.
Yes, sir. The book of Acts, chapter 15 and verse 25. It seemed good unto us, being assembled with one accord.
Being assembled with one accord, meaning we on the same mindset. Read.
To send chosen men unto you with our beloved Barnabas and Paul.
Come on.
Men that have hazarded their lives for the name of our Lord Jesus Christ.
And that's what you see out here. We are going out every single day hazarding our lives for the truth, because what do we know? We know that we have a reward in heaven. We're not out here trying to lay up physical treasures and money and stuff in this world. No, we know what we're doing is right, because the Lord is putting that spirit back on our leaders to show us the right way we're supposed to be moving in. So what we do, we go out and hazard ourselves for our people. We see the oppression that we living in, and we know something ain't right. So we go out and hazard our lives for that.
Hey, and what you said, it was quiet out there, right? Because the heathen, they're seeing that vengeance is on the way.
Yes.
It's on the way. Let me get 2 Thessalonians. I got one for you. Let me get 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6.
Yeah.
1 and 6. Because Bishop said we have to pray for vengeance.
Vengeance.
Vengeance. All right? It's biblical. It's biblical. Read that when you
2
got it.
Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 6.
Right.
Seeing it is a righteous thing.
It's a what?
It's a righteous
A
thing.
righteous thing. A righteous thing. God didn't come for everybody.
Bring it out.
God don't love everybody.
Bring it out.
He loved you 12 tribes of Israel,
Yes,
you
sir.
blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He said it's a righteous thing, read.
With God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Them that trouble you, them that murdered Kendrick Johnson.
Yep.
Sandra Bland,
Yep.
Sonia
Sonia
Macy.
Yep.
The list goes on. All right, it's a righteous thing to pray for vengeance on that thing. Read.
And to you who are troubled, rest with us.
Right.
When the Lord Jesus shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels.
And this is the vengeance we getting.
Yep.
The Lord's gonna come back with his mighty angels. All right. The Lord ain't heard.
Nah.
For all those that say they the Messiah, the Lord coming back with mighty angels. You gonna know when the Lord coming back in that day. All right, read.
In flaming fire.
In flaming fire, read.
Taking vengeance on them that know not God.
On them that know not God. The number one person on this planet that don't know God is the heathen.
Bring it
Edom,
out.
Amalek,
Yes.
the Ashkenazis.
Yes.
But it ain't just them. The same people that we go to the street teaching. You the Israelites. You need to come back to God's laws. That 2/3 that don't want to listen.
Bring
You
it
don't
out.
know God either.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? Read.
And they obey not the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ.
So the heathen and those that don't want to listen, you don't obey the gospel of the Lord. This is the end result. Read.
Who shall be punished
Who
with
shall be what?
punished
Punished. What? Read.
with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his power.
So look, this is what we teach. We telling y'all, you blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, you are the Israelites.
Yep.
And unless you come back to God's laws, you're going to get the same punishment
Bring it out.
as the heathen that oppressed us.
Exactly.
So it would behoove you to come back.
That's
all right?
salvation.
That's all I wanted to get, Cap.
All praises. Hey, what you got? What you got next? I don't want the next promo. Just skip that one. Hey, look up the law of attraction for me. Okay, yeah, that was the. You can put that one on the screen. So that's where we went to the Martin Luther King Memorial. All right. And get that in Jeremiah right quick. Jeremiah 23. Because and we had made a statement before letting you know, we ain't gonna ever disrespect, the leaders that came before us, that put their lives on the line.
32, sir.
Jeremiah 23 and 16.
16. Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 16.
Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you. They make you vain.
They do what?
They make you vain.
So this is Christianity. And this is what Martin Luther King, this is what he was teaching, before he came into the understanding that his latter years, he was trying to teach, what was the word? To be integrated with the rest of the nations.
Assimilation, yep.
That's what he was teaching, to come under the banner of Christianity. And a lot of brothers got wrapped up in Islam, rebelling against the things that Martin Luther King was teaching.
Bring it out.
Because Malcolm X was teaching, stand your ground, don't turn other cheek.
Right.
And that was more appealing than what Martin Luther King was teaching. So the Bible says what? Go ahead, read it again.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesied unto you. They make you vain.
They make us vain. Go ahead.
They speak a vision of their own heart.
That's a vision of his own mind. And him and the rest of Christian pastors, even into this day, when they're preaching, when they're doing their sermon, these are things of their own mind. This is why they can't contest with the scriptures.
Bring it out.
Go ahead.
And not out of the mouth of the Lord.
Because it's not out of the mouth of the Lord. Read.
They say, still until that despise me. The Lord hath said, ye shall have peace.
You shall have peace. Go ahead.
They say unto every one that walketh after their imagination of his own heart.
Go ahead.
No evil shall come upon you.
And that's the point that I want. Because Christianity, this is what they teach. And this is what the Dr. Martin Luther King, this is what he taught for a certain point of time.
Yes.
That just because you're doing what you want to do, like walking after the imagination of your own mind, that you're going to have peace. And that's a lie. That's vain. That's vanity. And because of that thought, different things happen to us. You understand? Give me the next article. No, it was an article right after that about Martin Luther King and his life. Yeah, read that right quick. Because this is what he had said before he died. He made this statement. Go ahead.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I fear I am integrating my people into a burning house.
You see that? He made that statement before he passed. So he started to understand, to denounce Christianity. Him and Malcolm X. And it's very interesting that both of them, the things that they were preaching through their life, at the end of their life, they had a revelation to understand the things that they were wrapped up in was not the truth. It was not the way. Was it a part in there that we wanted?
Yes, sir.
I think it's like
Just scroll all the way down, just that second part. Yeah, read that right quick.
According to Belafonte, King responded, I've come upon something that disturbs me deeply. We have fought hard and long for integration, as I believe we should have, and I know we will win, but I have come to believe that we are integrating into a burning house. I'm afraid that America has lost the moral vision she may have had. And I'm afraid that even as we integrate, we are walking into a place that does not understand that this nation needs to be deeply concerned with the plight of the poor and disenfranchised. Until we commit ourselves to ensuring that the underclass is giving justice and opportunity, we will continue to perpetuate the anger and violence that tears the souls of this nation. I fear I am integrating my people into a burning house.
And that's the statement that he made. All right. Now, you said you got somebody calling in? Let me see. Caller, you connected?
Hey, shalom, Most High Christ bless. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The mighty Bishop on deck.
Shalom, shalom, Bishop.
Bishop, can you turn your camera on?
No, I'm driving.
You good, Bishop. You good. Well, take that off and put us on the screen. If you could just leave his audio up. Go ahead, Bishop. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm driving in the rain. So I was trying to fiddle, and I got people mad because I was trying to get this thing straight while I'm driving kind of slow because I'm trying to do this and drive. But nevertheless, I'm on. So but I just can't really. I gotta like hold the phone. I don't want to really hold.
No, you good, Bishop. You good, Bishop. Yeah.
Oh yes, sir. So what's going on? I was catching a little bit of this. First of all, let me just say shalom to the brothers and the sisters that's watching. So all praise to the Most High. I did catch by listening. I did catch that you were going over what happened this weekend, and I think you were talking about some other things just before that. So I'm here. So what do we got? What's on your mind, brothers?
Yes, sir. So
give what I talk on the brothers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, Bishop, what we was about to go into, we about to touch into the law of attraction of the mentality, our mindset, the things that we meditate on, and the fruit of it. We just got done talking about Dr. Martin Luther King, the things that he taught, and at the end of his life, he made a statement of saying that he fears that he may have led his nation. What did it say? Integrated his people into a burning nation.
Yeah.
Right. I do remember that. I remember that statement. It has come up several times after his death, actually. So I did hear that. And he did come to realize, because there's the reality that we have to face. Mm-hmm. We are in our enemy's land. Mm-hmm. You know, and this whole system is designed to make us believe that we are a part of it. But in reality, we're not. Mm. And sometimes we have to go through some hard wake-up calls to realize that. You know, we were brought, our enemies brought us over here in chains to work us, to make us their money. It was never about being equal. It was never about them bringing us into their fortune. We were basically viewed upon as the fuel that keeps the engine of America running, period, point blank. And they use every tactic in the book to make sure that we stay in that position. Education, whether it's religion, whether it's economics, whether it's the judicial system, every facet of this society is all operating in unison to keep us in the fuel tank to operate this engine of America. Period, point blank. Nothing else. That's what it's about. So we need to realize that all of even in their Constitution, when you go back and you check the records of what came out about the Dred Scott decision, it was
You said he disconnected? Okay, try to get him back. All praises. He was making a good point, letting you know that every element of this country that has been put into place is for our destruction.
Yes.
Every element. Yes. There's nothing. There's not a rock you can't turn over. I'm telling you, everything. That's what it says in Isaiah, where it says,
trust and oppression.
Not trust and oppression, but they wrapped up in philosophies.
29 and 13. Is it 20?
Try to find it for me.
Precept of men. For as
hold
much.
On, don't hold
okay.
on. Don't do that.
Okay.
Isaiah. We wrapped up in philosophies. Hid in prison houses.
Oh,
42.
Yeah. Okay. 42, 22. Mm-hmm. Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 22. But this people.
Let me know when you get them back on. Go ahead.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses.
Right. The holes right there is what the bishop was talking about. The holes right there represents the philosophies, the sports, the politics, the education, the entertainment world. Everything that you can imagine has been put in place for our destructions to keep us in those holes, in a black hole, if you will. Because once you go into the hole, there's no return.
Right.
You get totally engulfed into whatever it is that you put your hand to. And this is why the Lord said, listen, we can't go after our eyes because there's nothing more evil than the eye. The it goes after everything. You understand? So that's the holes that the bishop was talking about. Read it again.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
Go ahead.
They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey.
We are, as a nation, we are for a prey. The bishop made another good point. Our backs is basically the engine of America.
Yes. Fuel.
It's what fuels America. Every society, when you look at it, had got rich off of us.
Yes.
Off the captivity of us, free labor of us.
Yes.
You understand? But let me know when the bishop get back. Give me the next one.
Hey, Cap.
The law of attraction. Yes, sir.
No, what Bishop was saying about they don't really care for our lives.
Yeah.
Because it brought me back to like slavery. You know, when you be in the field, we all working in the fields, and some of us would just kill over and die right in the middle of working. They don't care. They just sweep them up, hardly even bury them. They pile them up. They don't care about us.
And keep it moving.
Like we looking at our young men being slain. They don't care about the death of our people. They got another Negro that's going to do the job to keep building this country up. That's all we are, it's property.
Yes, sir.
And this is what Martin Luther King, he was realizing this.
Yes.
Exactly what Bishop was saying. We were just the fuel. This nation was never for us. So like you brought out the scripture, we can't do it by the mindset of a man. Having a mindset of man's thoughts. I'm going to go out and march. I'm going to go vote. I'm going to protest. We have to come back to this or come back to our book. It's no different than during the Roman time when Gamaliel, the Pharisee Gamaliel, he said there were certain people that were set up. You had activists, you had the zealots, you had different groups that tried to come up against Rome. But it won't work. He said, leave these men alone. If it be of the Lord, it's going to prosper. But if it's not, it will fail. So it's the same thing. We got to come back to this book.
Right. And you got to
give me the hold on one second. Give me that right quick. Let's read this.
The law of attraction is a philosophy that suggests that a person's thoughts and actions influence the quality of their experiences in life.
You see this? And the reason why we named the class this is because we don't understand. Esau understands the law of attraction. So they understand the things that they put in front of us, that we attach ourselves to, they can alter our experiences through this life. And the scriptures explains this thing. The things that you lust after, it will have a fruit or a repercussion to what to and what we're saying,
a penalty.
A penalty to whatever it is, whether it be good or evil.
Right.
Get Proverbs right quick. Proverbs 1 and I think it's 30. Proverbs 1 and 30.
He said he was driving.
Yeah, he did say he was driving. He might be going through a dead spot.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Go ahead.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 30.
Hey, Bishop, if you don't come back, if you are all listening, safe travels to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All praise to the Most High for calling in. Go ahead.
Proverbs 1 and 30. They would none of my counsel. They despise all of my reproof.
Go ahead.
Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way.
You see that? We're going to eat of the fruit of our own way. Go ahead.
And be filled with their own devices.
And we're going to be filled with our own devices. The things that we lust after the most, the things that we want, now we fill with these own devices. And it's another level to that right there. Get that in Ezekiel right quick. The law of attraction is very real. Your thoughts can influence your quality of life, the experiences that you have in life. Positive thoughts lead to positive actions, negative to negative. And Esau understands this. Go ahead.
What you want, sir?
Ezekiel 20. Okay. Ezekiel chapter 20. I want to show you this. Let's look at verse 22, I believe it is.
All right.
32?
Actually, look at 19.
Okay, yes, sir. Ezekiel, chapter...
Read fast.
Yes, sir. Ezekiel, chapter 20 and verse 19. I am the Lord your God. Walk in my statutes and keep my judgments and do them.
Again, this is the warning to the Israelites. Go ahead.
and hallow my Sabbaths. And they shall be a sign between me and you, that ye may know that I am the Lord your God. Notwithstanding, the children rebelled against me.
So the Sabbath is a sign between us and the Lord to know that he's our God. Right. But we didn't hearken to this. Watch this. Read on.
They walk not in my statutes.
Go ahead.
Neither kept my judgments to do them.
Go ahead.
Which if a man do,
which if we did do them, go ahead.
He shall even live in them.
You see that? If we did do it, we're going to come to life. This is why when you look at a lot of our pictures before we came into this understanding, we look like death. You look at a lot of your family that's still wrapped up in the world, they look like death. Do a before and after of photos. Yes, you will see you literally, spiritually, you coming and physically, you come into life.
Right. Yes.
You living in the commandments. But when you go away, you remain in the congregation of the dead. Right. Go ahead, read on.
They polluted my Sabbaths. Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them.
Listen to what the Lord said. He said, I'm going to pour out my fury upon them. Go ahead.
To accomplish my anger against them in the wilderness.
Go ahead.
Nevertheless, I withdraw mine hand and wrought for my name's sake, that it should not be polluted in the sight of the heathen.
Go ahead.
In whose sight I brought them forth. I lifted up mine hands unto them also in the wilderness, that I would scatter them among the heathen and disperse them.
So this was already ordained even in the wilderness. Because we wasn't scattered when we came out the wilderness. We got to the land. So he had already ordained, based off of what our forefathers were acting, how they was defiling, polluting the Sabbaths. He says, you know what? I'm going to scatter y'all among the heathen. When did that come to pass? Through the transatlantic slave trade. Through the sub-Saharan slave trade. You understand? That's when we started to be getting scattered. This is after Christ's death. Go ahead, though.
And disperse them through the countries.
Go ahead.
Because they had not executed my judgments, but had despised my statutes, and had polluted my Sabbaths.
Go ahead.
And their eyes were after their fathers' idols.
Damn, he said our eyes was after our father's idols. Go ahead.
Wherefore, I gave them also statutes that
now,
were
this
not...
is very important right here. He said, because our eyes was after our father's idols, a lot of us that are born into Babylon, we tend to do the same things as those before us. If our fathers was wrapped up in alcoholism, we get wrapped up. If they wrapped up in damn sports, we get wrapped up in sports. If we wrapped up, whatever the case you want to make, whatever our fathers were doing, when I say fathers, uncles, cousins, whatever, those who have influence around us, whatever we see them doing, that's what we get wrapped up in. It's the same thing that was going on in the wilderness. Read it again. Watch this.
Wherefore,
I show you the repercussions of this thing. Go ahead.
I gave them also statutes that were not good.
He said, for this reason, I gave you statutes that were not good. So when you celebrating Christmas, understand who gave you this thing. When you celebrating Valentine's Day, 4th of July, I want you to really meditate on who gave you these things. When you want to have sex, fornication, and you want to run to the Planned Parenthood for abortions, understand who gave you that statute. That's not good for you. The Lord is in control of all these things. That's why he said, man, my anger, listen, it's not going to come back until it's fully accomplished. Go ahead.
And judgment.
We don't understand the Lord that we serve, bro. He's using this white man, you understand, to do all of these things. Go ahead.
And judgments whereby they should not live.
Go ahead.
And I polluted them in their own gifts.
Damn, he polluted us in our own gifts. Go ahead.
In that they caused to pass through the fire all that opened the womb.
That's abortions. Even back then, you call that abortions today. When you pass your child through the damn fire, you sacrifice your child, kill your child to that damn idol, we do the same thing.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead today. Go ahead.
That I might make them desolate, to the end that they might know that I am the Lord.
He said to the end that you're going to consider it. You're going to consider this in the latter days. Give me the next one.
Hey, Kat, can I make a
go.
Dealing with this law of attraction? So it says philosophy that suggests that a person's thoughts and actions influence the quality of their experiences in life. So when you look in Ezra and Nehemiah, like the heathen was going through our records, so they knew the stuff that we was doing in the past. So you got to think about it. Who created the ghettos? The so-called white man put us in the ghettos. But at the same time, they knew that if they took away our culture and our history and give us their traditions, that the mindset that we have, we was going to continue the ghetto was going to continue happening without them even doing anything, because our mindset, they changed our mindset, and now that's why we oppress each other.
Yep. Hey, what else? Yeah, give me this right quick. Give me this. And this is what a lot of our people. Matter of fact, skip out this. Go. Give me the Jim Crow. Give me the Jim Crow. Cause we short of time. We bring that out again. Give me that. Read that right quick.
Jim Crow laws. Jim Crow redirects here for other uses. The Jim Crow laws were...
So the Jim Crow laws, all right, these are the things that was enforced after so-called emancipation. When they so-called freed us during the late 1800s, 1865, you understand? All right, they start to put in these Jim Crow laws. All right, go ahead.
The Jim Crow laws were state and local laws introduced in the southern United States in the late 19th and early 20th centuries that enforced racial segregation. Jim Crow being a pejorative term for an African American, such laws remained in force until 1965.
Pejorative is like look up the definition right quick. No difference from them calling us niggas. All right, it's a derogatory term.
Yes.
All right. Look at that right quick.
Pejorative.
Contempt, yeah, disapproval. All right, you got it up there?
Expressing contempt or disapproval.
Right, it's a derogatory name, all right? It's a Jim Crow. It's actually was a so-called Edomite, all right, who dressed up in blackface and portrayed a black person as being
ghetto, what they would call ghetto.
Yeah, a damn coon. You understand? Degenerate. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
That's what he did. This is a so-called, and this is why they said it's the Jim Crow laws. Now, even today, they do the same things. Take that off right. Yeah, I want you to go down to origins. But, hey, what's that movie where they had the damn Edomite that dressed up like a Negro that went to the hood? Bishop back on? Yes, sir. Okay, put him back in right quick.
All praises.
He's live? Okay. Bishop, can you hear me?
Somebody's on mute. Okay. Okay.
Bishop?
Yeah, hey, shalom, Most High Christ bless. I was on my way to the school when I was trying to get here before the show actually started. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but my phone died on the way, and but now I'm actually in the school now.
Yes, sir.
Plugged up. So I don't know how much time we have, but I was trying to catch back on, and my battery was completely dead.
No,
so
you're good, Bishop. You're good.
Okay.
We go ahead, Bishop. Go ahead.
I was making a point that that all of what we have been experiencing in this country have been about delusion. We've been made to believe that we are part of it, but the Bible says this is not our rest. And being that it is not our rest, we need to remember, like what the scriptures say, come out of her, my people. And that really means that we have to get our minds out of thinking that we are part of it. The Lord's going to destroy this place. And too many of our people are still trying to make it work, so to speak. Now, I do understand that we have to, like the scriptures say, that we have to deal righteous in this kingdom. So we'll do that. The scriptures say build ye houses and all the rest of it. And while we're doing all of that, we're still praying for our deliverance. Okay, because we need to know how to operate as a nation before we even have a nation to actually run. So the Lord wants us to learn this while we're here. But do not get tied to it. We ought to use the world but not abuse it. And do not fool ourselves for a second that this system means anything else to us more than what I said earlier. Fuel, that's all they want from us. Okay, use us up, use up our music, our culture, everything. And all of their entities of strength is used to exploit the very last ounce of talent out of us. And we need to remember that. So they set up laws coming out of slavery. You had the Jim Crow laws, black codes. All of these things were used to keep us in our place.
That's what this whole thing is about. There's never going to be this hands across America kind of thing with us. Dr. Martin Luther King found that out through a bullet. All of our leaders found it out through the assassinations and anything. We have to understand and recognize that. And the Lord didn't bring us over here for us to get tied up with them. He did not. This was our punishment. We need to understand what this whole thing is about and pray that the Lord destroy our enemies pronto and give us our kingdom back.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
to hell with all this garbage.
That's right. Yeah, and hey, Bishop, you in the spirit, because we had just brought up the Jim Crow. We was about to hop into it. The laws that they set up after they so-called emancipated us. Because I was speaking with you earlier, sir, about a lot of towns that were created were done within 20 years of us being so-called emancipated. What it took this country 200 years to do with on our backs, we was able to do within 20 years. Build functioning towns. Can you speak on that?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, again, the reason why they even brought us over here, and don't let me forget that point, but I'm just want to give a little background to that statement. The reason why they sought us, because they knew who we were. Nobody sets out to conquer something that they don't know the value of it. Nobody sets out to say, well, I want to take these people into captivity if you don't know who they are. They know exactly who we are. They know exactly what our talents are. You can, even there's like Bishop Nathaniel, he brings out the books, White Eyes Only books. In these White Eyes Only books, they know what they write in there about, do not allow these slaves that we brought over here to ever find out who they are, to ever come to the knowledge of who they are, because they are a special people, and we got to deal with them to make sure that they don't get close to their orbit, don't get close within the orbit of that Bible. This is what their whole campaign has been. If they can take the body and destroy the mind, that's what they want. What they say, save the man, but kill the Indian. The thing when in the Canary Effect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Save the
They
man,
want to
kill the Indian.
go ahead and say it, so I make sure I say it the right way.
Save the man, kill the Indian.
Right. Kill what makes us who we are. And I'm not saying that we're Indians, but kill the real essence of us, but use our bodies, use our talents, make us $1 million slaves running up and down the gridiron in the basketball court. Oh, sing, Negro, sing, entertain me, nigga. That's the way they think. I'm sorry if I use those words that alienate some of our listeners. But that's how they see us. Their point is to miseducate us. And if any of us begin to step up in any kind of forum to speak truth about us, then immediately they will mobilize against us. Here you have a situation. I was just looking at something earlier today. Candace Owen. Now, I know she's married to Esau and all that, but they don't care about that. What they care about, if you speak in truth that's going to start to wake up the spark plug that's in our minds, that's what the problem is. Certain people could, you can say certain things and it might just agitate your spirit and put you in the path of truth. So they said, well, we need to shut her down. Within moments, within a minute, she had no strikes on the channel. Within a minute, she had all 3 strikes, and then they permanently they permanently demonetized her. Yeah, wow. I just saw this about an hour ago. And I know, and we've been talking about it amongst the leadership, but this is what they do. The whole point is we cannot allow them to come out of the matrix that we put them in. Okay, that's what the whole point is. And if any of us begin to show any glimmer of intelligence towards towards who we truly are, then they will mobilize to shut that down, which again shows us exactly what they mean by us being here. That it was never about friendship, it was never about coming together, and it was never about any of that. It was always been to keep us as the fuel for their system. Period. Okay. So the Jim Crow laws was about that. You mentioned about the towns that we built. They knew we were mathematicians, we were lawyers, they got the records on how great we were. All of there was a book that was put out. I forget the name of the brother, McKinley, something like that. Burt McKinley. He put a whole book together called The Black Inventors of America. And I'm talking about damn near everything. Okay. The man that invented the blood bank, Charles Drew, he ended up dying, and they tried to quote unquote fact check it and say, no, that ain't true. Because now they're trying to say it's a rumor. No, he died because he was in an automobile accident and he was refused admittance into a white hospital, which actually had his damn system in it, and he needed blood. These racist bastards wouldn't even allow the man that invented the damn blood bank to even come inside the bank to save his life, and he died, bled to death.
Crazy.
So these people never meant to do anything right by us, never. Okay, so it's not a surprise to me. That's the point. Getting to what your initial point. It's never a surprise to me about the greatness that we can do. Black Wall Street and all of the different towns that we could set up with damn near minutes. That's not a surprise to me because I know we are a great people. I know that we are extremely resourceful. I came up in the 60s and the 70s. In the 70s, in the early 70s, I'm in New York now. Here brothers start, and the lunch, you go to your lunch and you have your cafeteria, brothers start doing the beat drums on the daggone lunch tables.
Right.
And the next thing you know, another brother get up and starts to hip, hop, start to rap. Next damn thing, and he just, and that became a $1 billion, $1 trillion industry. There's nothing that we can't do when we really want to do it.
Right.
Only thing is we're wise to do evil, but to do good, we don't have the knowledge. And our enemies don't want us to have that knowledge. If we ever get the knowledge to know how to do good with our talents, man, there's no stopping us. And they know that. They say, well, listen, we want to bring these people over here, and we want to keep them as slaves. So we're past Jim Crow laws. We're past the black codes. We'll industrialize the prison system. We'll miseducate them in school. We'll railroad them in the prison system. We'll give them lies in church, bring their own book in front of them and tell them that Jesus is white. We'll do all of these things to keep their minds suspended in foolishness. Talking about some Christmas and all of that. All that kind of stuff gets us, we thinking that we're close to God when we are totally 180 degrees away from God. And that's the vacuum that they want to keep us in. So by programs like what we're doing, and the Most High is in control of all of this. Only thing we have to keep on doing, like what you're doing on your show, my captains and brothers, keep pushing that truth, because the Most High is going to make this thing happen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So it's a battle, but we're going to win.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
It's a fixed
all
battle.
praise to the Most High.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All praises,
hey, and Bishop, all praise to the Most High. You couldn't say it better. I don't know why these brothers ain't clapping, dropping bombs.
No,
you gotta forgive them.
Hey, like I say all the time, let the bomb go off in your head.
You said let it go off in your head.
Yeah, let it go off in your mind. They ain't gotta hit the bomb on me. Let it go off in your mind.
Sheesh.
But I get it though. Brothers like to drop the bombs. That's fine. I'm cool with that.
Yes,
but
sir.
I mainly want people to pay attention to the words that we're bringing out. Okay,
Yes,
because this is serious. This is serious.
Yep.
So-
And that's what we was talking about earlier, Bishop, with Jim Crow, because they try to dismiss the significance in those laws, like you made mention. When we came out, we come from a great people, and we put all those things together in place, like the libraries, the stores, doctors, and all those things. And when they put these the black codes, the Jim Crow laws in, that was the final step to our destruction. And a lot of our people don't understand, Bishop, if you want to speak to this too, we're only a few generations out. Like a lot of our mothers, fathers lived through these Jim Crow laws, and now, you're seeing the effects of the younger generation where they're not even mindful of the things that they're doing, not understanding that these damn Edomites are playing over their heads at every turn.
Yeah, we are only a few generations out.
Yeah,
and how soon we forget.
Yes,
but that shows you the aggressive campaign. That shows you the aggressive campaign that it was used to keep us in slavery. You mentioned that we are just a few generations out. They didn't mean for us to be out. Period.
Right. Yep.
Okay, so it's not like they wanted to allow us to get a foothold on our economics and our nation building. They never wanted us to get out of captivity. A lot of people are still up underneath the lie, thinking that so-called the emancipator, what they call him the emancipator, Abraham Lincoln freeing the slave. That's a bunch of BS.
Right.
His whole purpose of even doing what people think he did was to save the union meaning the southern bigots and the northern bigots. You notice I call them all bigots.
Yes, sir.
They had two different views on how to operate in slavery. Right. In the North, their point was we can use them under the guise of so-called freedom, which is what's happening now. You know, they basically said we can get more bees with honey than with vinegar. By putting us in slavery, we would fight. We would be more vigorous. We'd be trying to kill his hogs, kill his chickens, run away, burn up his houses and all of that. In New York, in the northern states, we would be under the guise that we're dealing with liberals, but they're just as dangerous. They're even worse than the southern ones. But at least down here, you know what you're dealing with. Up there, they'll lie and rub your back and then burn you at the same time. So Abraham Lincoln, he wasn't talking about freeing anybody. He wanted to put us more into a system of being mentally duped into thinking that we are a part of the system, which allows us to participate in our own destruction. So this is why the decline is so great among us, because we're actually making the fuel more potent for the engine. It's actually recorded in records that America is more prosperous after slavery. I'm talking about after chattel slavery than it was during slavery. And I'm talking about if you match the dollars. I know people say, well, the dollar is this way and that way now. No, I'm talking about if everything else being equal, America is much more prosperous now because we're in a mental slavery and we will do the work for them. It's an example. I'll just make this last point on that to prove my point. When we were in chattel slavery, the so-called master had to house us, had to feed us. These are bills that he had to pay for. You know, and then at the same time still try to put things in place to keep us from being resistant. He can't get no sleep. He said, man, we need to do something to make sure, let them do their own let them, give them jobs where they could basically keep their nose just above water, okay? And let them pay their own housing. Let them pay their own education or whatever. Let them, and we get the money back at the same time. And if they cannot survive, we could set up vagrancy laws. We could set up convict laws, convict leasing systems and all of that, where you can't be out on the street past such and such. You can violate a Jim Crow law or black code by not putting your head in the barrel when it was time for you to laugh, or you didn't step off the sidewalk when the so-called white people walk. You'll go to jail for these things. And you go into jail, now you're property of the state, which makes more money. So they're making so much money off of us now after slavery than they did back then, because now we're participants of it.
Diabolical.
Hey, Bishop, I don't know how much time you got. We got some time if you wanna hang out, because I would like to get your opinion on this next. I want to read this and I want you to hear it and expound on it if you will. But if you don't have time, I understand.
Realistically, I got about 10 minutes.
10 minutes, perfect. Hey, put the next. Go back to that Jim Crow and go to origins, because a lot of people don't know, what party instituted these Jim Crow laws. And this is going to the election. We in the so-called election year right now. And a lot of our people are wrapped up in it, and they have been voting a certain way, primarily black people, a certain way for years, and not knowing you voting for the same people that instituted these laws. And I want you just to hear it, Bishop, and you can expound. I digress. Read the first two paragraphs for me.
Origins. In January 1865, an amendment to the Constitution abolishing slavery in the United States was proposed by Congress and ratified as the 13th Amendment on December 18, 1865. During the Reconstruction era of 1865 through 1877, federal laws provided civil rights protections in the U.S. South for freedom, African Americans who were former slaves, and the minority of black people who had been free before the war. In the 1870s, Democrats gradually regained power in the Southern legislatures as violent insurgent paramilitary groups such as the Ku Klux Klan, White League, and Red Shirts disrupted Republican organizing, ran Republican office holders out of town.
So what that right there is letting you know the Democrats had their hands in regaining power that they had just lost coming out of the Civil War. So when black people are primarily voting for Democrats year after year after year, going all the way up until now where you have Bill Clinton with Joe Biden, who was his vice president, the 3 strikes laws going into which you was making a statement earlier, how they put us in prison houses and they take advantage of that. These are the same people who put these laws into place to continue our destruction after we were so-called emancipated.
Right.
Well, right, man. There's a lot that can be said there. I'll just jump to the point that I was just thinking about. First of all, the whole thing about voting is a farce. It's a lie. And what I mean specifically by that is that we are quote unquote given the option to vote quote unquote Democratic and quote vote Republican to make us think that we're actually a part of the system.
Right.
That's what this whole thing is about. This whole thing is about making us believe that we are a part of a system that we're not. So it doesn't matter what group is running. There's no distinction between the southern foxes or the northern wolves. Well, no. The southern wolves or the northern foxes. Okay, they're slick and slide, but it's all designed to keep us on the bottom. Notice that it's never changed. When we had Black Wall Street, what do you think? What political party did the people that dropped bombs on us over there? What political party do you think they were part of? They was part of white supremacy. It didn't matter what part they. It didn't matter what part they.
The party of white.
They was in the part of white supremacy, which is what this whole system is about. It really is really mind-boggling to think that we can believe that there's a such thing as white liberals. If the moment that so-called white people really become liberals, that means they got to give this damn country back to the people they stole it from. So if they're not willing to do that, that means they're only talking to trick you and to fool you. There's never going to be any damn justice. I always believe that. There's no. How in the world could you talk about being just to the so-called Negroes when you haven't been just to the people to whom this land belonged to? This land belonged to God. It belonged to the Native American Indians. It belonged to the Seminole Indians. It belonged to Gad and Reuben. Okay, all the lands that they went, robbed, pillaged, raped, murdered, hung, castrated. They went and did all of that to set their system up. And then they're going to talk. Then they're going to drag us over here to make us work for it. And then they're going to tell us, "Oh, you can vote. You're a damn fool." Right. You believe that you're out your damn mind. This system ain't never been about that. But the best way to keep a slave in slavery is to make him think that he's not a slave. But in reality, every time he looks around, that's all he sees is slavery policies that's keeping him where he cannot move an inch. And that's what it's all about.
Yes, sir. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High, Bishop, man. Hey, Bishop, hey, we appreciate your time, Bishop.
Yes,
hey, I wish I could have did it. I should have, I guess if I'd have had more, advanced time, I could have kind of lined things up a little bit differently where I could have actually got the Zoom on. But I'm actually plugged up now. So I don't know if I click on it, maybe the whole thing will go out again. I don't know. I'm not really familiar with these Zoom link things, but I know it's something that we need. So all praise to the Most High. It was absolutely an honor to be on your show, Captain. I admire you as a great captain. You show great leadership. From the days that I've known you, even earlier when I first went out to Kansas, and see how you have grown in the spirit. I truly admire. And the spirit that you put on the men around you. And I watch from a distance. I don't talk much, but I see the greatness in the things that you do and the things that many of the other brothers do. But I just wanted to give you that shout out. And shout out to your show, Sayings of the Seer. I will be bumping that up when I get back on the Bible.
All praises. All praises to the Most High, Bishop. Damn, Bishop, you choking me. That mean a lot coming from your father, man. That mean a lot coming from your father. So all praises to the Most High, Bishop.
Yes, sir. It's an honor. It's an honor. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to see what I'm seeing. I'm very proud of you, brothers. I really am.
All praises, Bishop. All praise that. We gonna send you a shirt, Bishop, man.
Yes, that's right.
We got my
Oh
word.
man, you got to do that. Hey, because every once in a while I do wear the shirts from the other shows. I currently see you don't have the camera on, but I'm actually wearing the shirt from the Lions Den out there with Captain OC and Captain Kemuel, because I was on their show a while back. As a matter of fact, the last time I was down there, I dealt with that point that I was bringing up earlier about the Dred Scott decision of 1856. If you get hold of that and read those segments in there, that's a good dose of reality to let you know that this place was never about rehabilitating or reconstructing us and rebuilding. It was never about any of that. The only reason why they even want us alive is to keep their system running. I know that sounds ugly. I know it sounds like, damn, man, why is he saying this and all of this? I get it. I know how the Negro feels, because he wants to feel included. He never likes to feel ostracized. Nobody wants me, da-da-da-da-da. So we feel that thing. We feel that.
Yeah,
we feel that.
We got to pull it up, Bishop. If you read that, we got to pull it up.
Okay. Click into it. You'll get down to Sanford versus Dred Scott. And there's points. It's like go down. Let me see. Move down. I actually want to read what was actually said in court. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. Y'all look.
Let me see what you put. Put in, you have pieces say Article 1, Article 2, Article 3, Article 4, like 4 all the way down to 10. It starts off with a free Negro of the African race whose ancestors was brought to this country and sold as slaves is not a citizen. That's how the point begins. Hold it, slow down. Let me see.
A little bit.
No, this is just telling you about it.
Can you F1 and
yeah, click out of that. Just put in Dred Scott decision 1856 December term. See what pops up.
1856.
It's a plaintiff in error, because he tried to sue, and he said, "What the hell is this? Basically, this man can't come in here and sue me." They ain't call him a man. They basically said it's like a horse trying to sue a man.
Right.
You know.
You got it. You got
but
it.
I think so, yes, sir. You found it?
Okay, he's about to send it over right now.
Okay, and you can start with point 4. Now, you can go all the way down to 10. I don't have that much time to go through all of those, but what I will say, if you go to the Lions Den program, it was the last time we was down there. I think it's got my face and Captain OC in the thumbnail, so that's the one. And we had some of the Carolina officers and captains down there. So that's the one that you can actually go through and check out, because we went through all the points. Because we dedicated a lot. There you go, right there. See what it says there? A free Negro of the African race whose ancestors were brought to this country and sold as slaves is not a citizen within the meaning of the Constitution of the United States. And the point that I wanted to bring up was that you notice that it's using the word according to the Constitution of the United States. These things is, for our people to have to acknowledge this as a hurtful thing. I know it hurts him, because he wants to feel included. Daddy cut me off. Daddy won't give me an allowance. Daddy don't want me in his house. That's how we feel, because we feel like this man is our father. Let's talk about this white man. So we feel like we're orphaned. Please accept us, Mr. White Man. Please accept us. Please, please, please. That's what our mentality is. It's like we're in we're I had other names for it, because we're in the matrix, and his umbilical cord is in our brain, and we feel like we have to be fed by him in order to even be worth anything. You understand? But this point here says it all. It says that we are not a citizen according to the is not a citizen within the meaning of the Constitution of the United States. Point 5, when the Constitution was adopted, they were not regarded in any of the states as members of the community which constituted the state. And we were not numbered among its people or citizens. Consequently, the special rights and immunities, consequently, the special rights and immunities guaranteed to, meaning white citizens, guaranteed to citizens do not apply to them, meaning us. And not being citizens within the meaning of the Constitution, they are not entitled to sue in that character in a court of the United States, and the circuit court has not jurisdiction in such a suit. So you can't even take your life. That's the reason why you think we're facing all of these situations. With you can go all the way back to Eleanor Bumpers in New York. You can go to Rasheen Carter. You can go to Kendrick Johnson. You can go to even a new situation with his brother named Vance. That got, I think that's his name, in Henderson, North Carolina. I ain't even get to fully dig that up yet. He just got lynched a couple of days ago. They're talking about he did it himself, the truck driver. That went to Henderson, North Carolina, and ended up with a rope around his neck. You know, stuff like that. So these things only happen to people who are not regarded as citizens. And we need to come to realize that. Oh, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. Yes, but if we're told that we're not oppressed, when we think that we're in with everybody else, you would actually go and join them in their festivities, and in their festivities, they're looking at you like you're the sacrifice for their festivities. They might tie a rope around your behind and hang you and say, "Nigga, you the reason why we're having this festivity." Right? You understand? And you thinking that you're there to celebrate with them. I know that sounds racist. I know a lot of people don't like those kinds of words, but that's the reality of it. One more point that I want to show. Go back to the article, because I know that was a lot. Jump down. I'm gonna skip a whole lot. Y'all can read these things on your own when you can find it. Yes, sir. Right here. Stop right there. I'm gonna read from 6 to 9.
You want him to read it, Bishop, for you?
No, I got it. I'm gonna go through it fast.
Yes, sir.
Let me see. Go to point 9. I'm gonna just get right to the point. Go to point 9. This right here deals with civil rights. You got people talking about, "Oh, we got civil rights, we got amendments." Remember, you brought up the amendments, the amendments to the Constitution, and all those other things that we think that superseded the original meaning of the Constitution. I'm gonna show you right here, according to a U.S. Supreme Court document, where the stenographer wrote these statements down, and it was entered in, and the plaintiff, Dred Scott, lost the case because they basically said he's a damn horse. How in the hell could a horse sue a white man? He's not even in the Constitution. And that's why they said plaintiff in error. So, I'm going to read it. Point 9, the change in public opinion and feeling in relation to the African race, meaning us, which has taken place since the adoption of the Constitution. When was the adoption? 1776. That's when they adopted it, right? Yes, so it says the change in public opinion and feeling in relation to the African race, meaning us, which has taken place since the adoption of the Constitution, cannot change its construction and meaning. It must be construed. That's what it really is. It must be constructed, or the word was construed. I saw the original document. It must be construed and administered now according to its true meaning and intention when it was first formed and adopted. You see that? Yes, sir. So that means it's going to be carried on. So the change in public opinion, meaning like they're talking about liberals, civil rights, and all this other stuff, voting rights, none of that changed. All of those things were given to us to make us, what is it? It's like a sedative that put us to sleep to the reality of us being stung in the back.
Of our situation, yep.
Of our situation. So we better wake up, man. The Lord is going. The Lord does not have fire for this kingdom set up in that Bible for nothing. He's going to burn this damn place up, and the rest of it. And our people that don't get themselves together, they're going to be burned up with it.
That's right, sir. That's right.
Okay, so we better wake the hell up.
Bring it out.
Stop playing games.
All praise. I see you woke up with smoke today, Bishop. That's right.
Just a little bit. All praise to the Most High, man.
Butter, that's butter.
Bishop, man, it's an honor to have you on. It's an honor to have you on. And the Lord's will, many more shows.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love your show, and I'll make sure I'll get into the routine on coming on here. I had a few shows that I like to jump in on. You know, Escape the Plantation, I was on one. Y'all see me on PSR a lot.
Yes, sir.
You know, some different shows I like to do, because I think these avenues are a great way to get the message to our people. And I know our enemies are looking to take that away from us too. So we're going to strike while the iron is hot. That's what our old elder Marshall used to tell us. He just said, strike while the iron is hot. So there it is.
All praise to the Most. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. Thank you, Bishop.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, brothers. All right, Most High Christ bless you all. Love your audience. Love your show and your platform. Keep pushing this truth. Yes. All praise to the Most High. Shalom, Israel.
Most High, shalom. Most High, Christ bless.
Most High, Christ bless.
All praises.
All praises.
Fire, man.
Fire.
Fire.
More fire. More fire. More fire.
That's what we're talking about, man.
Babylon burn.
That's why you need leadership, man.
That's right.
That's why you need leadership, man. You understand? To make sure that you on the right damn track, bro. All right, I'll pray. Give me that Psalms 94 and 20, just to go with what the bishop is saying, what he brought out, all those heavy points. We got to wake up, man. When he quoted oppression make a wise man mad, you got to be wise to understand the oppression that you in. You know, and our people today, they're not wise. They're not wise. And the only ones that escape are the ones that have a little wisdom in this captivity and to be able to see the things that are going on in this captivity. All right. You got that for me?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Psalms chapter 94 and verse 20.
Go ahead.
Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee?
You see that? The question is being posed, should the throne of iniquity have fellowship with us? This captivity that we in, Satan's seat, this is the throne of iniquity. And it has no fellowship with us.
Right.
All right. We next, brothers and sisters. We are next. And they not going to have no fellowship with us. Go ahead.
Which frameth mischief by a law.
Because why? This is what they do. They frame all this mischief that they have done, even since the emancipation. It's been by laws. It's been by laws. All these Jim Crow laws, all what was the other name?
Black codes.
The black codes that they've put in.
Mm-hmm.
These things have misframed. This is the misframing of mischief right under us. And we got to be wise to understand how to escape these things. You understand? Because the throne is not going to have fellowship with us. Give me that in Psalms 126. We got to leave you with something good. We got to leave you something good. Give me this Psalms 26.
126?
Yeah. 126 and verse 1.
Verse 1.
Go ahead.
Psalms chapter 126, verse 1. When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion.
Because the Lord is going to turn our captivity. He's going to turn this captivity back. He's going to bring us, when he says turn it, meaning he's going to bring us out of captivity of Zion. Go ahead.
We were like them that dream. Then was our mouth filled with laughter. And
our mouth is going to be filled with what?
With laughter.
You understand the sorrows that we have coming through this captivity, the dreads that we experience. Once we start to come out of captivity, our mouths is going to be filled with laughter. Right. That's what you should be done. Once you understand who you are, that's what rejuvenates your spirit. Another part in the scriptures said the spirit of a man withholdeth him. I think it says, I might be quoting it right, but it says the spirit of a man withhold. Damn, find me that scripture. It's in Proverbs. It's in Proverbs, brother. Read it again.
When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream. Then was our mouth filled with laughter.
Go ahead.
And our tongue with singing. Then said they among the heathen, the Lord
among who?
The heathen.
Go ahead.
The Lord hath done great things for them. The Lord hath done great things for us.
Go ahead.
Whereof we are glad.
He said, listen, this is what we're going to be saying amongst the heathen. The Lord has done great things for us. When he turned this captivity, we just got to be patient and endure. Go ahead. Come on.
Turn again our captivity.
Go ahead.
O Lord.
Oh, Lord. Go ahead.
As the streams in the south. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy.
He said, us that used to sow in tears, we going to reap the joy. We going to, actually, when you think about the curses of Deuteronomy 28, we wasn't able to get that book. But the curses are the blessings. Because we got to understand all those curses, Deuteronomy 28, if you fit those things, you inheriting promises. Yes. It's coming to us. Those same curses, Esau going to drink the dregs of those things. Did you find the scripture?
Proverbs 18:14.
Okay, get that real quick.
Without mixture, it said they're going to drink.
Without mixture. And that's going to be that after that. Ain't going to be no coming back from that thing. You got it?
Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 13. He that 14. The spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity.
That's it right there. Read it again.
The spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity.
The spirit of a man will sustain your infirmities, your mental and physical weakness. This is why they wanted to kill our spirit. Now that the Lord is giving us back the Holy Spirit, putting us back, our fathers, going back to the children back to the fathers. That's what's sustaining us through this captivity. This is what Solomon is saying in the spirit. Read it again.
The spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity.
Go ahead.
But a wounded spirit.
But a wounded spirit. Go ahead.
Who can bear?
Listen, that's the spirit of 2/3. The 2/3 of our people, they are walking around with a wounded spirit based off of the Jim Crow laws, based off of these laws that they put in place, us taking us into captivity, stripping us from our nationality, our heritage, everything that they put in place to destroy us. These are wounded spirits. And this is why we go when we hit the streets and we like, bro, how can you believe that a damn egg has anything to do with a rabbit? How can you literally believe that in your mind? Yeah. How can you believe with the book in front of you that Christ is a white man? Right. When there's literally there, he's a black man.
Bring it out.
Why does that matter? Oh, it doesn't matter what color it is. What are you talking about? It doesn't matter what color it is. Because you're dealing with a wounded spiritual people. Right. You understand? That's hard. Sometimes it might be hard to bear, but heavy is the crown. You understand? These are the people that we have to go to bring forth this word. You understand? Go back to Psalms 126. All praises, officer.
Want to start with 1?
You was in the spirit. Now, start where you left off at.
Okay. Psalms chapter 126 and verse
4. Yep.
Verse 4. Turn again our captivity.
So this is what we crying out to the Lord, to turn again that captivity. Go ahead.
O Lord, as the streams in the south, they that sow in tears shall reap in joy.
We're going to reap in joy. We're going to reap in joy of all the stuff that we had to deal with. The Lord says, you know what? Our minds can't fathom what's laid up for us. We can't even process what it means to live forever. I was thinking about that the other day. Eternal life, no death. You understand? 2 or 3 minutes of pleasure can alter living forever. Wow. The eternal life. You understand? Read, come on.
He that goeth forth and weepeth, bearing precious seed, shall doubtless come again with rejoicing.
And this is the promise of the Lord. We're going to come again with rejoicing. Go ahead.
Bringing his sheaves with him.
All praises to the Lord. So this is the promises that's left for us if we endure. If we endure. So all praise to the Lord. The Bishop graced us. Yes. You understand? With his voice, with his mighty words. You understand? Stuff that we could chew on, we can meditate on. You understand? So all praises, man. Hey, with that being said, I'm Captain of Red. We got Officer Abishai,
Officer Benaiah,
Officer Lycan,
Officer Ariel, Officer Zimrock. We went over our time, but we Sands of the Seers. Hey, can you play the promo just one time? Bro, they got me out here modeling, man.
The model, man.
Right. All praises. Go ahead, play. Those are the shirts. Damn, I need to burn the fat. Uh-oh.
Cap checking Telegram. I said you checking Telegram.
Damn right.
The shirt will hide your fat, man.
All praises, man. So those are the shirts. All right, so order your shirt. All right, getting ready for Tabernacles. All praises. You got to make sure that we send the bishops one, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They on the way.
And Captain R.A., man.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro.
I got you.
All right, Cap, you heard that. All right, so all praises.
These sizes. That's it. Good.
Okay, you got the next one? Yes. Before you put that on, hey, make sure that we donate to the QR code that's on the screen. All right. Where's it at? You know how Bishop be doing. We got a delay. All right, make sure we donate to the QR code. We're doing a lot of work, work in Israel. You know what I mean? We're traveling around, we're moving around. Our business is literally to restore the 12 tribes of Israel. Not to go about arguing with different doctrines when the scriptures is very clear when it's telling us we're not going to see eye to eye. That's very clear. You're not going to see eye to eye until the Lord comes back. So that's not our job. Our job is to restore the 12 tribes of Israel. And in that restoration, you're going to fall wherever the Lord sees fit. Yeah. The scriptures tell you that. So that's our job. So, hey, donate to the Booster Club so we can fulfill our job. You understand? The QR code is right there, all right? All praises to the Lord, all right? All right, go ahead and put the next one up there. We the only ones. We ain't the only. We doing the work. That's right. We doing the work. Catch myself. All praise to the Most High. All right, go ahead and take the survey for the brothers, for the IT team. Y'all did good today, man. Y'all did good. Shouts out to the IT team, man. You only had to say something one time. That's good, bro. That's good. All praise to the Lord. All right, donations. All right, if you want to support the show, all right, send it to the PayPal. Make sure you put it in the descriptions. Sands of the Seers. All praise to the Lord. All right, so we can improve, so this word can go out. All right, we got short time, and it's high time that we wake up. And the word don't go out void. It does not go out void. So all praise to the Most High. All right, is that it?
Yes, sir.
All right. So with that, Israel, we say shalom. Most High Christ bless.
I'm calling all soldiers. Hey, let's go. Wake your ass up. Wake up. Wake your ass up. Wake your ass up. I ain't taking no naps. For the 12, I'm bridging a gap. 16-11, I'm strapped. Dream team coming back with a slap. Hey, on the block where it's at. White Chris getting smacked. Who gon' read? I'm about to snap. This straight facts, my boy, no cap. Steps going up. For the 12, I'm bridging a gap. 16-11, I'm strapped. Dream team coming back with a slaps. Yeah, on the block where it's at. White Chris getting smacked. Who gon' read? I'm about to snap. This straight facts, my boy, no cap. Scripts going up.
Well, a script, he gon' flip like an acrobat. Give him a cardiac, he caught a heart attack. He got the facts like under a snapper cap. We got the fire, we be the battle axe. Saints is back and we came for the throne. I put my sword to the back of your dome. I'm getting laughter off your disaster, making these bastards give up the ghost.
Cause we getting active. Keep talking your shit and it's gonna get tragic. My God, he got tactics. Give him an hour, he gonna do damage. Flex.